Little notice. Those who had to stay had support from shelter workers all night long, including vet care. The good news is that the AC came back shortly before noon, but officials are hoping those who helped last night will consider fostering more pets going forward. John Matthews on WMAL and WMAL.com.
The Trump administration postpones classified briefings with House and Senate lawmakers today about the president's strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities and the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Iran. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calls the last-minute postponement.
It's outrageous, it's evasive, it's derelict. They're bobbing and weaving and ducking. Senators deserve full transparency.
Senator House Speaker Mike Johnson says the bipartisan briefings were postponed due to ongoing developments in the Middle East. He says the decision reflects the need to ensure members receive timely and complete information aligned with current conditions. Both briefings have been rescheduled for later this week. A ruling against homeowners who sued surveyors to stop surveyors from accessing their land for prep work for the Piedmont Reliability Project.
It essentially
says son is bright.
117 folks named in the suit don't have the right to deny folks access to their property.
Joanne Frederick, president of Stop MPRP, calls it a misuse of eminent domain, adding an independent study found
93% of the growth needed for energy, both transmission and generation, across the 13-state region is related to data center growth.
She argues data centers should pay for their own power and not rely on public utilities and private property. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
DC's Attorney General continues to go after out-of-town drivers who are racking up tickets and not paying.
The latest round of excessive speeders are a group of 4 Maryland and Virginia residents who've racked up more than 1,000 unpaid tickets in D.C., totaling upwards of $340,000. D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab is suing the individuals under legislation introduced by Ward 6 Councilmember Charles Allen, as he told 7 News.
I was so utterly frustrated with the tools that we had at our disposal. They weren't working. When something's not working, you figure out how to fix it.
The OAG also brought action against repeat offenders in April and February of this year. Scotland on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Checking your money, the Dow closing up 507 points, the Nasdaq up 281. Traffic and weather next.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflush.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free, so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflush.com.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at shopify.com.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Still slow in the district eastbound on the freeway between the 14th Street Bridge and the 3rd Street Tunnel, and there's still an incident reported eastbound at the 12th Street Tunnel, and westbound side also heavy from the 3rd Street Tunnel to the outbound 14th Street Bridge. You will find accident activity right now in the district on 13th Street north of Upshire Street in Northwest and on 9th Street at Constitution Avenue. And in Gaithersburg, there is accident activity southbound on Redland Road after Crabs Branch Way in the left lane. Now from GarageRepair.com, the WMAL Storm forecast.
The extreme heat warning continues until 9 p.m. Temperatures tonight 76 to 82 degrees with mainly clear skies and light winds, and high temperatures tomorrow between 95 and 100 degrees. Could have some afternoon storms. 7 News Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now, 98 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
Now broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. You're listening to Radio Free America, where the truth shall set you free. You know, I found online a great short clip from Clarence Thomas that was put there by the great Ted Cruz. And this is it's just a very short clip from 2007. And in times like this, when people are trying to sort out truth from fiction and facts from propaganda, you need to have the courage to stand up and speak for yourself. That's not hard for me. I've got multiple platforms with multi-millions of listeners. Marjorie Trader Greene is demanding that Fox fire me today. She better hope that they don't. And of course they won't. The whole world knows she's a fool and a buffoon. She's the one who famously said, Iran never killed an American. She should be walking around with a bag over her head for a lot of reasons, but that one in particular. And so I have anointed her the dumbest person in the House of Representatives. And that, let me tell you something, that's an achievement. It's a big achievement. Here's what Clarence Thomas said at the Heritage Foundation in 2007. Words to the wise. Cut one, go.
You can be in the middle of a hurricane, or you can be on a calm day. North is still north. You could be in a thunderstorm. North is still north. People can yell at you. North is still north. It doesn't change fundamental things. And in this business, right is still right, even if you stand by yourself.
Never forget that. It's very, very important. Right is still right, even if you stand by yourself. Right is still right. Of course, I stand with millions and millions of you. I want to talk about what happened today relating to when the president went to the helicopter. I want to talk about the ceasefire and things of that sort. But first, it's very important that we understand our history, even recent history, because we don't learn from it. It's very important that we understand who the fraudsters are, who the grifters are. It's very important because at a time like this, when we are literally facing enemy within, enemy without, whether they be Islamist terrorists, whether they be Islamist terrorist groups or states, whether they be Marxist countries like North Korea and China, whether they be fascist regimes like Russia under the former colonel of the KGB, Putin. The isolationists either outright support these entities or they give them aid and comfort. These are very dangerous times. And with the new media, it doesn't take much for basically anybody to have a platform. and to give aid and comfort to the enemy. I never want you to forget that when Donald Trump was contemplating what to do about these nuclear sites, he came under brutal attack by the isolationists, by Chatsworth Catarleson, by Pardon Me Bannon, a fraudster, by Marjorie Trader Greene, a buffoon, and many others. They attacked President Trump, even though they have grifted off of him. Even though Pardon Me Bannon got a pardon from him. That wasn't good enough for Bannon. Even though Chatsworth Catarleson has had to apologize to our president repeatedly because the trust fund baby prep boy really is a strange dude. And it goes on. So we're going to put this in context because, again, it's important. At a time like this, when we're facing enemies, foreign and domestic, that we know who stands with you, we the people, the American people, and it sure as hell ain't them, when 80% or more of the American people wanted something done about those nuclear sites, and Donald Trump did it, for which he should get the Nobel Peace Prize. Here's a post. Mark Levin was at the White House today lobbying for war with Iran. To be clear, Levin has no plans to fight in this or any other war. He's demanding that American troops do it. Of course, none of that is true. None of it. We need to stop Iran from building nuclear weapons, he and like-minded ideologues in Washington are now arguing. They're just weeks away. If this sounds familiar, it's because the same people have been making the same claims since at least the 1990s. It's a lie. In fact, there's zero credible intelligence that suggests Iran is anywhere near building a bomb or has plans to. None. Anyone who claims otherwise is ignorant or dishonest. All right. President, Vice President, Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA Director, but let's put them aside for now. If the U.S. government knew Iran was weeks from possessing a nuclear weapon, we'd be at war already. Iran knows this, which is why they aren't building one. You see what I mean? This guy's Tokyo Rose in many ways, except Tokyo Rose actually was part of the enemy in Japan. Tehran Catarleson, he's right here in the United States, in a hovel in Maine or some other place, hiding out. Iran knows this, which is why they're not building one. Iran also knows it's unwise to give up its weapons program entirely. Now, look, I'm not going to explain again and again the incoherence of this. So it doesn't have one, but it knows why it's unwise to give one up. This is what I mean. It must have been late at night, happy hour. Muammar Gaddafi tried that and wound up sodomized with a bayonet. As soon as Gaddafi disarmed, NATO killed him. NATO never killed him. Many years later, his people killed him. This is what I mean, the hate America first crowd. Iran's leaders saw that happen. They learned the obvious lesson. So why is Mark Levin once again hyperventilating about weapons of mass destruction? I'm not hyperventilating about anything. Taking the evidence that's presented by our government, the Trump administration, to distract you from the real goal, which is regime change, young Americans heading back to the Middle East to topple yet another government. Virtually no one will say this out loud. America's record of overthrowing foreign leaders. Okay, nobody said it out loud because it's a lie. I can't even count the number of lies I just mentioned in the first three paragraphs. This is important. Accountability is important. Virtually no one will say this out loud. America's record of overthrowing foreign leaders is so embarrassingly counterproductive that regime change has become a synonym for disaster. I thought we sent bombers over there, Mr. Producer, to knock out their nuclear sites. Did we send any troops? Officially, no one supports it, so instead of telling the truth about their motives, they manufacture hysteria. Quote, a country like Iran can never have the bomb. They'll nuke Los Angeles. We have to act now. There's a very serious problem with these sites. Nobody's denied it except the isolationists. These are damnable, dangerous people. They don't really mean this, and you can tell they don't by what they omit. At least two of Iran's neighbors, both Islamic nations, already have nuclear weapons. Now, I looked on a map. I see Pakistan. They have a nuclear weapon. And there's Afghanistan. They don't. So I don't know what he's talking about. But they get in Qatarson. That fact should scare the hell out of Mark. Now, keep in mind, I never mentioned this clown. That fact should scare the hell out of Mark Levin, yet for some reason he never mentions it. How come? Well, let's see. Has Pakistan threatened to blow us off the face of the earth? Is Pakistan not an ally, even an uncomfortable one? This guy is a lunatic because it's not the weapons he hates. It's the ideology of the Iranian government. That's true. I do hate that. The Islamist ideology is the jihadis is horrible, but apparently Tucker does not. That's key. It goes without saying that there are very few Trump voters who'd support a regime change war in Iran. Donald Trump has argued loudly against reckless lunacy like this. Well, where's this coming from? Since he doesn't know what I discussed with Donald Trump. He got a leak. And I know where it came from. And I'm going to help protect his sorry ass. Trump ran for president as a peace candidate. A peace candidate, not a death candidate. Peace does not mean never using military action. That's what made him different from conventional Republicans. It's why he won. Actually, he won more over immigration, but Tim, what it is not something that Tucker can escape. A war with Iran would amount to a profound betrayal of his supporters. It would end his presidency. That may explain why so many of Trump's enemies are advocating for it. It would end his presidency? A war with Iran? What war? End his presidency? It was backed by 80% of Republicans. Then there's the question of war itself. Iran may not have nukes, but it has a fearsome arsenal of ballistic missiles, many of which are aimed at U.S. military installations in the Gulf, as well as our allies in a critical energy infrastructure. I don't believe they fired a single one outside of Israel. Did they, Mr. Producer? Listen to this. The first week of a war with Iran could easily kill thousands of Americans. It could also collapse our economy. As surging oil prices trigger unimaginable inflation, consider the effects of $30 gasoline. Oil prices went down. But the second week of the war could be even worse. Iran isn't Iraq or Libya or even North Korea. While it's often described as a rogue state, Iran has powerful allies. It's now part of a global bloc called BRICS. That's an economic association, moron, which represents the majority of the world's landmass, population, economy. Brazil and India, among other countries, belong to it. Iran has extensive military ties with Russia. It sells the overwhelming majority of its oil exports to China. Iran isn't alone. An attack on Iran could very easily become a world war, and we'd lose. What do you think, folks? None of these are far-fetched predictions, says Carlson. Most of them comport with the Pentagon's own estimates. No, they don't. Many Americans would die during a war with Iran. People like Mark don't seem to care about this. It's not relevant to them. Instead, they insist that Iran give up all uranium enrichment, regardless of its purpose. This guy is really bad news. What was its purpose in those mountains that required our bunker buster bombs? What were the purpose? To put the lights on in Iran? That's what he wanted you to believe. They know perfectly well that Iran will never accept that demand. They'll fight first, and of course, that's the whole point of pushing for it, to box the Trump administration into a regime change in Iran. Well, it doesn't seem to work, does it, Mr. Producer? The only two people talking about regime change were him and the president recently, and he's dismissed it. One thing that people like Mark Levin don't want is a peaceful solution to the problem of Iran, despite the obvious benefits to the United States. They denounce anyone who advocates for a deal as a traitor and a bigot. They'll tell us with a straight face that Long Island native Steve Witkoff is a secret tool of Islamic monarchies. Nobody has said that. They'll say or do whatever it takes. They have no limits. These are scary people. Pray that Donald Trump ignores them. Now, here's a man that has not only no judgment, no context, no circumspection. He's a nut. Every single thing he said there is a lie. Every single one. Every single one. So why did he say it? He put it out publicly. Why did he say it? Here's the National Security Journal. Complicit in war, Tucker Carlson blasts Trump over Iran attack. Tucker Carlson has publicly blasted President Trump over Israel's recent air assault on Iran, accusing Trump of being complicit in the act of war, quote unquote, due to longstanding U.S. military support for Israel. He also said we should drop Israel, of course. That's why I call him Carlson. In his June 13th newsletter, Carlson argued that America First politicians cannot disavow involvement in the attack. Trump, in a subsequent interview with The Atlantic, dismissed Carlson's criticisms, asserting his ownership of the America First slogan and arguing that you can't have peace if Iran is a nuclear weapon. And it goes on. Tucker Carlson versus Donald Trump. Tucker Carlson has a long, vile, vicious history of trashing Donald Trump. I'm going to read you one letter when we return. Then I want to get on about ceasefires, what's going on today, Iran breaking the ceasefire, Iran asserting that they're going to continue with their nuclear program, the president saying no, they're not, and the whole mindset of the Islamist world. We have some great guests as well. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Tax Network USA is celebrating America's birthday by giving you 10% off all services through July 4th. Now, if you missed the April 15th deadline or owe back taxes, don't wait. You need Tax Network USA right now. They have an edge, a preferred direct line to the IRS. They know who to deal with and who to avoid, and they won't back down until they get the best settlement for you. Call 800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Levin, Levin.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
In the district, a couple of accidents in Northwest, one on 9th Street at Constitution Avenue, one on Lowell Street at Wisconsin Avenue. In Gaithersburg, there is crash activity on Redland Road southbound after Krebs Rent Way at the Metro Access Road. That currently is blocking the left lane. You will still find delays right now traveling on 270 northbound between Shady Grove Road and Middlebrook Road, and from 121 towards Route 80, and the southbound spur is jammed up from Democracy Boulevard to the Beltway. Still a slow go on the inner loop between 66 and the spur, and from Old Georgetown Road to New Hampshire Avenue. Now from GarageRayHair.com, the WMAL Storm Watson forecast.
Tonight, an extreme heat warnings in effect until 9, mostly clear with a low around 79. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, highs in the mid-90s, and a chance for afternoon storms.
Sponsored by Rumble. Join millions who trust Rumble's top live streaming personalities to break down the news that matters in real time. Miss the live stream? Catch the full video replay on demand with zero censorship. Download the Rumble app from your Apple Play or Google Play store today and choose from thousands of creators covering everything from financial markets to daily events and more. Choose an open internet and free expression. Choose rumble.com today.
My baby brother, a father. Come on, it's time for his nap. Whoa, he can't sleep on his stomach. Babies should always sleep on their backs in a safety-approved crib, and the sleep area should be clear of blankets, toys, and other loose or soft items. It reduces the risk of SIDS.
SIDS?
You know, sudden infant death syndrome.
Guess I need to start studying up on safe sleep for little man here. Being his favorite uncle comes with big responsibilities.
For more information, visit safetosleep.nichd.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
You want to grow your business. I mean, who doesn't? Constant Contact's marketing platform, marketing ways.
Sorry, it took me 4 minutes, CB. I wasn't even looking. I'm just listening to the radio and posting away in Vegas chat.
Campaigns in just a few clicks. It's why over 500,000 business owners trust Constant Contact for their digital marketing needs. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall. Get a free 30-day trial when you go to ConstantContact.com. ConstantContact.com.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why did I wait so long to see a retina specialist?
Retinal disease can steal your eyesight, but it doesn't have to. Patients who seek care from a retina specialist have the best chance of preventing vision loss due to age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. AMD symptoms to look out for are distortion or warping of straight lines, as well as blurred or loss of central vision. Patients with diabetic retinopathy should seek treatment if they notice the appearance of spots or floaters or blurred and distorted vision. Visit seeforalifetime.org.
This is my new best friend, Esther. She might look like any normal, playful puppy, but Esther's being raised to become a canine companions for independence assistance dog for a person with a disability. To get there, she needs lots of loving care and attention, plenty of exercise, and good eating habits so that she can live a long and healthy life for her future family. Visit cci.org or call 1-800-572-BARK. Raise a puppy, change a life. You can make a world of difference in the life of a person with a disability.
While serving in Iraq, our vehicle was hit. They didn't think I was going to make it. I'm Latoya Lucas, and I'm a veteran. I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible.
DAV helps veterans like Latoya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
WMAL, making sense of education, because what's happening in your kid's school matters. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
So we're going to continue to make sure the truth is out there. It's very, very important. We're going to continue to make sure you know who's held accountable for their lies and deceit. Somebody sent me online here, Mr. Producer, did you see the Tehran Times? Now, apparently the Tehran Times, as I understand it, is the official English language media propaganda operation for the Islamic Revolution in Tehran. And they embraced, supported, reported every word that I just read to you from Chatsworth Catarleson, and spread it around the world. Because he gave aid and comfort to an enemy that our president and our military took on. I believe these people secretly, the isolationists, were very upset at how smooth that mission went. They're very upset that Israel has essentially destroyed the Iranian military. They're very angry. They're very thrilled that Khamenei lives, whether he's in a bunker, hunkering down, or wherever it is. More when I return. Ask 10 people to define the word capitalism. How many different responses do you think you'll get? This is a word that comes up all the time, but do you know what it actually means? Hillsdale College is offering more than 40 free online courses. That's right, free online courses. Learn about the United States Constitution, the stories in the book of Genesis, the rise and fall of the Roman Republic, or the history of the ancient Christian church, with Hillsdale College's free online courses. Hillsdale recently launched a new course, Understanding Capitalism, and I've been watching it. It is compelling. In 7 lectures, you'll learn about the role of profit and loss, how human nature plays a role in our economic system, and why capitalism is ultimately a system that encourages morality rather than undermines it. Go right now to levinforhillsdale.com to enroll. There's absolutely no cost. It's easy to get started. That's LEVIN for Hillsdale.com to register for free. levinforhillsdale.com.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 6:30. I'm Heather Curtis. Maryland Governor Wes Moore sending a letter to state employees today offering them voluntary buyouts and notifying them that a hiring freeze will start on July 1st and 150 vacant positions will be eliminated. He says this will cut $121 million from the state's personnel budget as required by the FY26 budget. Republican State Senator J.B. Jennings says Moore's decision is the right one, but should have been made months ago. After ordering strikes in Iran's nuclear facilities, President Trump told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not to expect further American offensive military action. The AP reports Mr. Trump also told Netanyahu It's time to stop the war and return to diplomatic negotiations. Traffic and Mother next.
Clarity and context for a complex world.
I'm going to be far more thorough and specific than ever before.
News Talk 105.9. Making sense of the news.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Ask just about anyone how to stay healthy as they get older, and they'll probably tell you to eat right, get plenty of exercise, get enough sleep. But there are other things you can do as well, and you know what? They're even easier. Seek out positive relationships in your life. Dr. Robert Waldinger is director of the long-running Harvard study of adult development. Warm relationships seem to keep people both physically stronger and kept their brains sharper as they grew older. He said that in a 2022 TED Talk. Good relationships turn out to be stress regulators. On the flip side, do your best to weed out the toxic relationships in your life. You also want to take time to rid yourself of as much stress as you reasonably can. Deep breathing, yoga, meditation, whatever it takes to shut out the world and feel centered every now and then. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
The doctor's office that accidentally mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info. And the hotel that lost your reservation has your passport number. You need LifeLock because your personal info is in endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
What does a smile in Ocean City, Maryland sound like? Are you smiling yet? Of course you are. After all, Ocean City, Maryland is somewhere to smile about. Plan your trip at OCOcean.com.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months and whose daughter is due any day. We're with all service members and their families. Are you with them? Learn more at USO.org today.
The Putting on Airs podcast is half redneck, half posh. Ain't you fancy for being a fan? Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Good humor here. If you're somewhere sounding a lot like this. Woohoo! Remember to make a little time for this. The sweet, simple joy of your favorite good humor bar, such as strawberry shortcake. With irresistible crumb coatings, creamy layers, and fun fillings, it's the ultimate summer moment.
Good Humor, the original ice cream truck brand, available at a grocery store near you.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Making sense of your world.
Thank you for your clear insight.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
This is a major wake-up call.
Making sense of the news. WMAL's Vince Colonnese, weekdays at noon on 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
America's most powerful conservative voice, The Mark Levin Show. Dial in now, 877-381-3811.
I'll deal with Pardon Me Bannon tomorrow, because there's a lot to get to today. But this guy, you'll learn to despise this guy. He's ripped off you patriotic Americans once too often. He's confessed to it. But now I'm dealing with the happy hooker politics. He's had more positions on issues over his very odd career than a hooker. It's just the truth. Even Mediaite points out text messages made public during the Fox News Dominion voting system's defamation trial revealed that Carlson had privately celebrated Trump's loss in the 2020 presidential election. Is that okay with you, America? You see what a Class A fool this is and fraud? writing in messages, we are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait. This is when he was coming to you over real television. I hate him passionately, quote unquote, declared Carlson in another message as Trump continued to claim he had rightfully won a second term. It's worse than that. But he's never changed. He's never changed. That was recent years. This is 1999, when he fancied himself a liberal. Slate website, which is radical left, and he's writing one of the individuals there, Evan, and this is Chatsworth Catarlson. I love to add something even meaner to your description of Donald Trump. He's the sort of person I want to keep kicking once he's down. But I don't think I can. You said it all. He is the single most repulsive person on the planet. What a wonderfully pithy, accurate sentence. Congratulations. That said, I still plan to write about him sometime. I don't think I'll be able to help it. Horrible as he is, or perhaps because he is horrible, Trump is interesting, or at least more so than most candidates. Michael Lewis took a lot of crap from more serious-minded political reporters in 1996 for devoting so much ink to Maury Taylor, the drunken tire salesman from Michigan who made a brief self-financed run for the Republican nomination. The idea was Maury Taylor is irrelevant. Why waste readers' time writing about him? One part of me agrees. Maury Taylor barely rose in the level of sideshow. And there's no reason to feed the ego of every rich guy who decides to inflict midlife crises on American voters. That's sober, responsible part of me speaking. The much larger part, the part that once wrote a piece about Monica Lewinsky's sex therapist, feels differently. For one thing, following Trump around would be amusing as hell. I plan to start the interview with sneezing repeatedly into my palm, then trying to shake his hand. Guaranteed laid right there. I can already see it in print. Donald Trump is afraid of cooties. For another, Trump's candidacy and the Reform Party generally reflects a larger important trend in politics, and maybe the surest sign yet that ideology is a force in national elections is dead. Well, did I just write that last sentence? Pardon me. Let me take that back. The Reform Party isn't a reflection of anything. There's just a bunch of wackos with a website and federal matching funds. That doesn't mean we can't have a good time covering them. Now that I've revealed myself as essentially shallow and self-interested, let's talk about Drudge. And of course, he goes on to trash Drudge, who deserves it today, that's for sure. But this is when Drudge was sober or actually owned the site. Nobody ever knows because he's the Howard Hughes these days of secrecy, but without the money. And he goes on. Nothing but dripping contempt for Trump. So that's 1999. What I read you from the texts is just a little bit ago, and there's everything in between. And here we are facing the Islamo-Nazi regime in Iran. And what does this clown do? He accuses Trump of complicit in starting World War III. And after the great American military does what it does, he praises Qatar. Qatar. Sick. And I found another great clip of Christopher Hitchens on Real Time with Bill Maher in 2005, relating to the mindset of the jihadi Islamists. And Christopher Hitchens sometimes was really great, right on, and sometimes he was really awful. But he had integrity, whether you agree with him or not. Something Catarlson, pardon me, Bannon, do not have. None of them have. They have no integrity whatsoever. They have lied to you. They want to separate you from your money. They are grifters. And they say the most outlandish things. And when people realize it, they get together almost like piranha. Not better yet, cockroaches. It's okay. Here's Christopher Hitchens. Again, 20 years ago. Cut to, go.
In 1788, when the United States was barely a country, right, it was having its sailors taken as slaves by the Barbary states, the states of the Ottoman Empire in North Africa. Tripoli.
Shores of Tripoli.
And its people, his ships stopped, its crews carried off into slavery. We estimate 1.5 million European and American slaves taken between 1750 and 1815. Jefferson and Adams went to their ambassador in London and said, why do you do this to us? The United States has never had a quarrel with the Muslim world of any kind. We weren't in the Crusades. We weren't in the war in Spain. Why do you do this to our people and our ships? Why do you plunder and enslave our people? And the ambassador said very plainly, Mr. Abdul Rahman said, because the Quran gives us permission to do so, because you are infidels. And that's our answer. And Jefferson said, well, in that case, I will send a navy which will crush your state, which he did. And a good thing, too. Islamic fundamentalism is not created by American democracy. It's a lie to say so. It's a masochistic lie. And it excuses those who are the real criminals, and it blames us for the attacks made upon us.
And that's what we hear.
Come on.
From the isolation.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
The isolations aren't celebrating a great victory in taking out Iran's nuclear sites.
Fucking Christ.
They were hoping for something less, failure, especially, so they can continue on with whatever it is that they do, and then attack the president, who they said was complicit, and of course you, the American people, patriots who wanted our military to succeed. They're not celebrating this victory. In addition, they trash the people of Israel. Majority Jewish, but not all Jewish. Who really defeated the Iranian military in 2 days. And after 12 days, the Iranian military back-channeled apparently to the president, asking him, please find a way for us to get out of this. They've been wrong about everything, but their anti-Semitism grows, their anti-Americanism grows. Very dangerous group. And the more they post things, the more they host each other, this is the incestuous, they host each other and talk about others among themselves. All for everyone to see. This is very important. They identify themselves, the self-identifiers. America's governor, Ron DeSantis, is a fantastic man. He's done a fantastic job as governor, was a fantastic congressman, no great interventionist. Here he was at a press conference yesterday. Cut 3, go.
President Trump, from the time he came down the escalator in 2015 till the president, has been very consistent. It's also been correct that the policy of the United States is that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And the reason why they can't have a nuclear weapon is, one, we don't want to see nuclear proliferation generally, but two, no country has been more hostile to the United States of America since 1979 than the Iranian mullahs have been. And that started with the hostage crisis in 79 and 80. It continued with the bombing of the Marine Corps barracks in Beirut, Lebanon in 1983 that killed over 240 service members. You also saw it at the bombing of the Khobar Towers in 1996. And then when I was serving in Iraq as a junior officer, the majority of the casualties, both killed in action and wounded in action at that time in the conflict, 2007 into 2008, were at the hands of Iranian-backed Shia militia. So they are responsible for maiming thousands of American service members and probably killing over 1,000 U.S. service members. The terrorism you see in the Middle East, whether it's Houthis, whether it's Hezbollah, whether it's Hamas, that is all because of Iran. Iran funds terrorism around the world, and they're the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. Third, Iran's ideology since 1979 and their ruling class with the Ayatollah and his other clerics. We rely on mutually assured destruction to ensure.
Hey, that's for your advice,
during the Cold
Tammy.
War,
And now, you guys don't know who that was that came in here on Brooks' behalf. I do, right? And there you go. That's for Brooks' family to see, because it is part of her family. You guys want to call me a pedophile? Everybody's playing the pedophile card. Fuck you. Ain't nothing wrong here.
So mutually assured destruction.
Other than the fact I make you guys fucking quiver.
Israel will fire back and do immense damage, or the United States. I don't know if they could reach the United States yet, but if they did that, no, because they do consider us the great Satan, they know that would be a lot of damage. But that may not be a deterrent for them. That may be an inducement to them. that may be furthering what they want to do. So I think people have recognized that them being able to acquire a nuclear weapon would be a unique challenge, not just for the region, but throughout the world. And no one's really been willing to fully do anything about it. And I think President Trump showed decisiveness to be able, to act when he did. Now people say, well, what are they going to do to respond? And they may, right? I don't think they can respond effectively conventionally against U.S. forces. They just don't have the ability. But that's not typically how they operate. They operate through these proxy groups, through these militia groups, through Hezbollah, through all this stuff. Who knows who they sent across the southern border during Biden's administration? We don't know, but I just think it's important to point out they've been waging conflict against the United States since 1979. They've really just been limited by their means. If they had more means, they would have done more. So I don't know that it's going to radically change certainly their capability, but their posture was hostile before this, and obviously, it will be hostile since then.
Just ask yourselves, who sounds more intelligent, knowledgeable, rational?
I'm just going to keep removing your comment, Tammy, because you're a dumb fucker.
Of the situation.
You are a dumb motherfucker.
And look how fast they turn against our commander-in-chief and our military. Look how fast they turned on the president of the United States.
Go play at JC's, Tammy.
Forces. Look how fast they did it in defense of an Islamist Nazi regime that has slaughtered Americans and other people. Look how fast they pull out the anti-Semitism card and trash Netanyahu. One of, pardon me, Biden's favorite things now is to trash Netanyahu. But he's not alone. Bernie Sanders, Tlaib, Omar. And I want you to think also, don't these clowns, these isolationists, sound like the same clowns on the Marxist Islamist left? Don't they sound like Bernie Sanders? Don't they sound like Tlaib? Don't they sound like AOC and Omar? They absolutely do. They absolutely do. Because you have here a fusion of radical isolationists, whether they be on the radical left or whether they be on the fascistic right. To the Marxists and the fascists, isolationists of both, and anti-American. Now, the other side happily wraps themselves in the Palestinian flag, in the Hamas flag, in the Islamic Jihad flag, any flag but the American flag. That needs to be burned. What's make Carlson and his ilk more contemptible is they try to wrap themselves in the American flag while they trash our president, our military. And look, I'm not talking about having an opinion that may disagree with this president or any president. I'm not talking about having a policy difference with this president or any president. And so when Carlson says that Trump is complicit in what's coming, World War III, that's not having an opinion. That is an effort to character assassinate the president of the United States and undermine and usurp his power. If you were to say something like, I don't agree with the president, this is not something I would do, and then lay out the position, that's different, but that's not what they do. That's not what they do. These heel steppers, these heel clickers, it's always the same thing. They're thugs. And so they attack the president. And I'm sure, hey, look, I'm going to be watching very carefully as the Republican primary for the 2028 presidential election begins to form. And these candidates are going to have to take a side, either with America or with the Islamists. It's that simple. If you're for the Islamists, we'll make sure you don't have a snowball's chance in hell. And so we'll keep an eye on Carlson and his ilk, only because we have to, but as rarely as possible, to see who they endorse. Because it's likely whoever they endorse, we will fight like hell and oppose. We want a Trump-like candidate. We want a Reagan-like candidate. We want a commander-in-chief who will defend America, not sell us out. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. Your phone has a lot of apps, but but how many of them help you make sense of your world? The new WMAL app gives you the latest headlines, perspective from the voices you trust, and weather info to keep you in the know, all without having to remember yet another password.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Stream your favorite shows, get the day's top headlines, and access our podcast archives, all with the new WMAL app.
Thank you.
Get the WMAL app today on Google Play or the Apple App Store, and stay connected.
Traffic is still slow on the inner loop between the Leesburg Pike and the spur end from Old Georgetown Road to University Boulevard. More delays continue through the College Park area, headed towards 450. Outer loop still heavy from Van Dorn Street to the Wilson Bridge, and some delays through Bethesda and in towards Tyson's as well. And it is slow on the outer loop from Van Dorn Street to the Wilson Bridge. GW Parkway still slow go north down between Spout Run and the Beltway. And 270 is heavy north down between Clapper Road and Middlebrook Road. In the district, watch out for fire department activity on 42nd Street at 8th Street Northeast. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Tonight, an extreme heat warnings in effect until 9, mostly clear with a low around 79. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, highs in the mid-90s, and a chance for afternoon storms.
Happy kids heal faster. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation delivers happiness through gaming, toy deliveries, and more to hospitals across the country. Learn more at starlight.org.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Ask just about anyone how to stay healthy as they get older, and they'll probably tell you to eat right, get plenty of exercise, get enough sleep. But there are other things you can do as well, and you know what? They're even easier. Seek out positive relationships in your life. Dr. Robert Waldinger is director of the long-running Harvard Study of Adult Development. Warm relationships seem to keep people both physically stronger and kept their brain sharper as they grew older. He said that in a 2022 TED Talk. Good relationships turn out to be stress regulators. On the flip side, do your best to weed out the toxic relationships in your life. You also want to take time to rid yourself of as much stress as you reasonably can. Deep breathing, yoga, meditation, whatever it takes to shut out the world and feel centered every now and then. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
On top of first-class care, you will never receive a bill. The only thing we had to worry about was just keeping Azalea comfortable. St. Jude saved her life.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Big news. Newsmax just went public on the New York Stock Exchange. And millions like you are joining our news revolution. Newsmax is now the 4th highest rated news channel, just behind CNN. Reuters says we're one of the top news brands in America. 40 million Americans go to Newsmax for shows with Rob Schmidt, Greta Van Susteren, Rob Finnerty, and more. So download our free Newsmax app on your smartphone or TV and start watching. President Trump says Newsmax is truly terrific. Get the free Newsmax app and check out Newsmax shares on the stock exchange. Go to newsmaxinvest.com. That's newsmaxinvest.com. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which such an offer would be unlawful.
Making sense of your world.
Thanks for taking my call.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Greatly appreciated.
Making sense of the news. WMAL, making sense of the forecast. Because you never know what Mother Nature has in store. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
This isn't about sniping. This isn't about any of that. This is a battle for the heart of the country. It's a difference between fake MAGA, fake conservatives, fake patriots, and you, we the people. If it was about sniping, I wouldn't be involved because I don't care. And you may recall I really rarely ever mentioned any of these people, even though I knew they were reprobates. But there's a time and place for everything. And at some point, you got to stand up and be counted. And when I talk to people, go to my local diner here for breakfast sometimes, or go to the barber shop or wherever, I find America despises the Islamist regime in Iran, is thrilled with President Trump's actions in our military. Almost none of them know about Catarleson or, pardon me, Bannon or any of these people. The few who do despise them because they took the side of the enemy. And they're always going to take the side of the enemy, always. In times like these, our fellow Americans doing something that a lot of people don't talk about. They're diversifying their investments, and they're using gold. Gold has stood the test of time, not just for decades, but for thousands of years. It's a real asset, not a promise on paper. Doesn't get wiped out when markets crash or when politicians make reckless decisions. Adding gold to your retirement portfolio is one of the most powerful ways to help protect your savings. And Advantage Gold is the company I trust to help you do it the right way. They really are good. I've dealt with many of these gold companies. This is the best. They'll show you how to legally move part of your IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver with no gimmicks, just solid protection and peace of mind. Diversification is what any responsible financial advisor will tell you to do. So give them a call at 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. It's never too late to make your portfolio stronger, smarter, and more secure. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. But again, the number, 800-900-8000. When we return, ceasefire. We'll raise some of the issues we raised the other day, and we'll see if they were worth raising, number one. Number two, there are ceasefires and there are ceasefires. And there are presidents and there are presidents. Under this president, a ceasefire is much different than under other presidents, is it not? We'll have that discussion. We also have a great guest showing up. There's a big primary taking place in New York tomorrow, and there's an Islamist who may get the Democratic nomination.
Making sense of your world.
I don't know where to begin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Thanks for taking my call.
Making sense of the news.
Keep up to date with the latest in pop culture, music, sports, and news with the Cumulus Podcast Network. You might just become smarter than the internet.
So hopefully you can see that this is not something so scary that you have to do alone.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
My baby brother, a father. Come on, it's time for his nap. Whoa, he can't sleep on his stomach. Babies should always sleep on their backs in a safety-approved crib, and the sleep area should be clear of blankets, toys, and other loose or soft items. It reduces the risk of SIDS.
SIDS?
You know, sudden infant death syndrome.
Guess I need to start studying up on safe sleep for little man here. Being his favorite uncle comes with big responsibilities.
For more information, visit safetosleep.nichd.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. You can give a child back their childhood, even change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine. Wishes need stars like you. Visit Make-A-Wish@wish.org.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 7, I'm Heather Curtis. A preliminary assessment by the Defense Intelligence Agency says U.S. strikes only set Iran's nuclear program back a few months, according to officials who spoke to multiple news outlets anonymously. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt pushing back, saying that's, quote, flat out wrong. And the leaking of the alleged assessment is an attempt to demean President Trump. He told reporters on his way to the NATO summit today that the B-2 pilots...
They hit the target perfectly, wiped it out.
International Atomic Energy Director General Rafael Grossi.
Iran officially told me we are going to be taking protective measures, which may or may not include moving around this material.
Grossi talking to Fox News. An extreme heat warning continues until 9 tonight. Tomorrow, temperatures won't be as high, but there's still a heat advisory from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 News meteorologist Veronica Johnson.
We've got 2 more days here that we're looking at the heat alert. Tomorrow, high temperatures between 95 and 100 degrees. Look at that heat index. Oh, it's 108 degrees for tomorrow and 105 potentially on Thursday. But the air temp, 90 to 95 degrees. The humidity still going to be sky high. What about the 10-day trend?
Friday, she says highs will be in the lower 80s. Now, the Washington Monument will be closed for a 3rd consecutive day tomorrow, thanks to unsafe conditions caused by the heat. A judge rules the power company building the Maryland Piedmont Reliability Project can access private land for surveys for the 70-mile transmission line.
It is certainly a disappointing and a worrying decision.
Powerline project opponent Joanne Frederick, head of STOP MPRP.
Marylanders' property is under threat of eminent domain to power private enterprise of data centers. And that is not the intention of eminent domain laws.
Instead, she proposes that transmission lines be incorporated on public land along Route 15 that crosses the Potomac into Virginia, where she says much of the power transmitted would travel to power data centers. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
A guilty plea from a man charged with a crime Montgomery County's top prosecutor calls a national epidemic.
Nationally, only 4% of times that seniors are victims of crimes do they bring the matter to the attention of law enforcement themselves.
This time they did. County State's Attorney John McCarthy, a married Bethesda couple, aged 75 at the time, reaching out to police, thwarted a government imposter gold bar scam. What started as a phishing text for charges on the couple's Apple account and involved into Yang Xian Wang claiming to work for the FTC led to a November 2024 arrest and a guilty plea this week on all counts of his indictment. Facing a maximum of 10.5 years in prison, Wang will be sentenced July 11th. Scotland on WMAL and WMAL.com.
A registered sex offender in Prince William County is charged with an attack in a most hideous place.
32-year-old Benjamin Denarte is accused of entering an assisted living facility in Manassas last week and raping an 85-year-old resident. Police say Denarte entered the facility through an unsecured back door and entered the victim's room. Employees came across Denarte and managed to hold on to him until police arrived. He's facing several charges, including rape, abduction, and burglary, and he's being held without bond. Denarte has been on the state's registry since 2018, when he sexually assaulted a woman at a boutique for an offense in Manassas. He was sentenced to 2 years in that case. John Matthews on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Traffic and weather next.
Tired of that awkward break dealing with pills or painful injections when it's getting hot and heavy? Instead, always be ready. The RegeneGrow program at Dallas Men's Health is for men across the country who are looking for that next level of sexual satisfaction. Our clinically proven innovative RegeneGrow procedures are the safest and most effective ED treatments available.
Since my partner started working with Dr. Risham, our sex life is so much hotter. Every guy should visit Dallas Men's Health. It's a game changer.
Start to revitalize and upgrade your sex life. Visit DallasMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, 20 would you bid 30, 30 would you bid 40. That's the sound you're going to hear at the next Brostech auction. Hi, I'm Bernie Brostech of Brostech's Real Estate Auction Company of Baldwinsville, New York, and I have 40 years of proven experience in selling antiques, businesses, estates, households, residential and commercial and waterfront real estate. Call me at 678-2000 for a free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can receive top cash price for your real estate and personal property in one day the Brostech auction way. And it's sold.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co. LLC. Used with permission.
Here's Michelle Murray in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Watch out for accident activity now in the district on eastbound New York Avenue, outbound at Bladensburg Road. That has traffic jammed up from the Brentwood Parkway. And also, you'll still find delays in the 3rd Street Tunnel northbound between D Street and New York Avenue. DC 295, some delays northbound between the 11th Street Bridge and East Capitol Street. And a little bit of slowing traffic on the BW Parkway northbound through Riverdale between 410 and 197. Beltway still a slow go on the inner loop between the Leesburg Pike and the Spur, and more delays through Bethesda in towards College Park. And the outer loop, you will find delays from Van Dorn Street to the Wilson Bridge. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
The extreme heat warning continues until 9 p.m. Temperatures tonight, 76 to 82 degrees with mainly clear skies and light winds, and high temperatures tomorrow between 95 and 100 degrees. Could have some afternoon storms. 7 News Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right now, 98 in Washington feels like 107. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
He's here. Now, broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. We spent a lot of time on this last night, but I think considering some of the things that happened really very early in the morning here, during the course of the night and then day in Israel, it's worth reiterating and commenting on. And you'll notice at no time do I trash the President of the United States. Do I say he's committing this, he's committing that? No. The enemy whose military has been defeated by the Israelis, this was posted last evening. His nuclear program has been destroyed by our president and military survives, at least for now. We shall see how things unfold. I've been and remain highly skeptical of deals made with terrorists, of half a century record of killing Americans, Israelis, and anyone else in their way, and refuse to voluntarily abandon their nuclear weapons, lying and deceiving every step of the way. Perhaps this is another POTUS strategy. Perhaps POTUS believes this will smoke them out. And if they do not adhere to ceasefire terms or some agreement, then all bets are off. But they've already been smoked out. And will whatever is agreed to include their proxies? Will Russia stop supplying ground-to-air missile defense systems? Will China stop selling the regime fuel for their ballistic missiles? Will they stop building ballistic missiles? My prediction, based on all of this and more, is that the terrorist regime's belief system and mindset will not be changed at all. Just its tactics, maybe. We shall see how this plays out. Now, that seems to be a very rational comment, and we want the administration to succeed. We want America to succeed, and it seems to me these are crucial issues that still need to be addressed and may well be addressed. And then I added, because I hit the send, as I want to do while I'm on the air here, but I meant to add, and I added quickly thereafter, to be absolutely clear, as I didn't finish my post, that President Trump is to be trusted. He wants to win for America, and his record is stellar. He also trusts that the issues I mentioned here will be part of the process. But Prime Minister Netanyahu has signed on. Let's see how it goes. I'm rooting for them. Now, does that seem like warmonger talk? Does that seem anything like it? I mean, if you're sitting down and you're either working a ceasefire or you get a ceasefire and then you're trying to figure out what to do next, don't you want to know what the Russians are going to do, the Chinese are going to do, the nature of the ballistic missiles and all these other things? Of course. Of course. Of course they do. So what happened? Right out of the box, the Iranians are firing ballistic missiles after midnight, our time tonight. Well, they only fired 2. Maybe it was 1. Maybe it was 4. Oh, okay. The Israelis wanted to respond. The president asked them not to. Also, the head of their atomic weapons program, he declared that this regime intends to reconstruct its nuclear program. He said that. they intend to reconstruct it. President put out a Truth Social and said, no, they're not going to be able to do that. In other words, the mindset of the Islamo-Nazi regime in Iran has not changed, and it's not going to change. To do that, from their perspective, they have to abandon their so-called religious beliefs. They're not going to do that. They kill and maim. They send out suicide bombers to advance it. Why do you think there's sleeper cells in the United States that have been here? Why do you think they've killed thousands of Americans directly and indirectly over the course of 47 years? Why do you think they wanted to build a nuclear program in the first place? See, they prove the point. They believe they're going to heaven based on how many people they convert, but the people they don't convert, they slaughter. They still didn't unilaterally surrender. We didn't ask them to unilaterally surrender. We have a ceasefire, and we'll see how that goes. And it's much easier for a democracy to place pressure on a democracy, the United States to place pressure on Israel, than it is for a regime for whom pressure doesn't seem to matter. There was a lot of pressure placed on this regime to the lead up of Israel's attack on them. Even to the point where Israel had blown out so much of their military, not the ballistic missiles, they were working on them, but they had a massive stockpile, but their army, their navy, their air force, non-existent for most intents and purposes. Even with threats of our sending our B-2 bombers and taking out their, they never surrendered. In fact, they never gave an inch. Period. They would not agree to the core issue of spinning centrifuges. They were defiant. They put out statements. It'll never happen. So we had to take military action. But the seed of the bloodlust ideology remains. Why do you think we're on high alert today all across the country? Why do you think we haven't closed down TSA? Why do you think the terrorist working groups, local, state, federal, county governments working together, have not closed their doors? This is not peace in our time. Their nuclear weapons are gone, so they can't use them against us. Their conventional weapons have all but been destroyed by the Israelis, who are smeared and attacked by the isolationists. Why? Because they live and they survive and they fight. Any of these people are Holocaust deniers. They bring Holocaust deniers on their programs. They're anti-Semites. They try to hide it, but they can't anymore. They're out of the closet. And history will speak to them, as history speaks to all these people at one point or another. Books will be written, articles will be written, videos and audios will be made. Who was for America, who was for liberty, who was for democracy, and who was for the opposite. That will be their legacy. But in the So is it proper to raise questions about this? Of course it is. Was they taking out of their nuclear sites? Does that mean they were going to surrender their terrorist ideology? Of course it didn't. And it hasn't. And it won't. They're not going to stop. They're going to try and kill us. They want more 9/11s. Bigger and better. That's their ideology. We have to be prepared overseas and at home. That's the way it is, folks. They're here right now. They said they're sleeper cells. The border was wide open. We've said, others have said, we're sure tourists have come in. Tourists from where? From where? Canada? From where? The Bahamas? Where did these terrorists come in from? The Islamo-Nazi terrorists come in from where there's Islamo-Nazis. That's where they come in from. And they're here. Some of them are in our streets at our colleges and universities getting protection by our courts. Many of them are funded by, directly and indirectly, Qatar. Right, Qatarson? What do you think about that? What do you think about Qatarson? Does he ever criticize the Qataris, Mr. Producer? Ever? No. He wants you to believe they're Mahatma Gandhi. But you see, this is the way it is. Now, leadership means everything. A commander-in-chief means everything. That's why you'll have some forever wars, quote-unquote, and there's some wars that are righteous. They need to be fought to save our country, to defend liberty. What was done with our bombers and our bunker busters was righteous in the name of humanity. Righteous. Everything's not Afghanistan and Biden. Every leader's not Biden and Obama. Certainly Trump is not. He's a tremendous leader. One other thing. I don't buy this moral relativism. Israel is not Iran. And this is where I want to raise this issue. There's nothing to blame the Israelis for. They're trying to survive. Those ballistic missiles are hitting their people. They're hitting their cities while they don't fire on Iranian cities and their populations. There is no moral equivalency whatsoever. Period. It's not about how Israel was going to break the ceasefire, as I just heard one commentator put it. Israel was responding to the Islamic regime that had just fired ballistic missiles into their country. Now, I want you to think about it. One ballistic missile, what's the big deal? I ask you this. If Mexico fired one ballistic missile into America after having fired hundreds of them into our cities, or if Canada done the same, what would our reaction be? Absolute obliteration. So this is a double standard. There's no question about it. There is no moral equivalency between an Islamo-Nazi Islamist regime that wants nuclear weapons to slaughter us and another country that is democratically elected and with which we share our Judeo-Christian vows. There simply isn't. The mindset of the Israeli government is the same mindset as our government. What the Israeli government's trying to do to protect its people after the slaughter of October 7th and after the threats with atomic weapons are the same exact thing that our government would do. Even more, I believe. That's why we consider Donald Trump a great leader. That's why Netanyahu is a great leader. Whether the anti-Semites and the isolationists, whether the Marxists and the Islamists like it or not. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult, 19 to 49, with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or...
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
It's UFC International Fight Week, and while hotels in Vegas may be sold out, there's still one vacancy left. the lightweight title at UFC 317. Grab your own crown with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. A new champ will be crowned for the vacant belt. Plus, the flyweight title is on the line in a high-stakes co-main event. New to DraftKings Sportsbook? Bet just $5 and score $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code HEART. That's code HEART for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of
There you are, Tammy. I hope Brooke and her family is looking. Come on up. You attacked another person I brought as a guest on my panel. Let me tell you a story. I just went up to get some stuff, some Miracle Grow for my flower bed and all that. And there's a young woman there and waited on me. I couldn't find it. She showed me where it was. I struck up a conversation, right? And she came here. I didn't force her to come here, and I didn't do anything to her. If she wants to go and tell her family where she's been, that's the risk I take doing that. You guys don't know who that was in the chat doing that. So y'all can just shut your fucking mouth about it, because there ain't no cop showed at my door. There was no crime committed. I'm too fucking well known in this village to do something stupid like that to somebody. You know, Wiggin, if you were standing right in front of me, I'd smash you right in the fucking face. I would. Mouthy fuck. I am who I say I am, and I do what I say I do. Fuck you, assholes. A person turns 18, they're an adult. Doesn't matter if you're 18 or fucking 81, you're a fucking adult. You guys mad because people trust me. And trust me, if anybody in the village board, the judge, the cops, if they had evidence that I was a fucking pedophile, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I've never committed that. So, Queen, you just run your big fat fucking mouth. You're a dumb nigger. I exposed you. You're a dumb fuck, Queen. You won't use your picture and your avatar, and you think, oh, maggots, you fucking block everybody, and then you call them out. I was surprised she showed up. That took a lot. That says a lot about that person right there. That's a good attitude. We need more young people like that right there. I can always be nice to people like that. You fuckers don't know shit. Your fucking mind's right in the gutter. No, you don't fucking dare come up here, Tammy. Come on up here and run your suck fuck. I'll let you up. Come on. I've only removed a few comments so far. I'm letting you fuckers have your way in my chat. Have your say. You dumb fucks. You don't run this chat, Wiggin. It's in my chat. I run this chat. And I'll take responsibility for what happens here. And it's just a chat. It's the internet. My screen hesitates. Look at Queen and old Collins C. You guys ain't got nothing better. Why don't you go to JC's and, yuck it up over there? Show some fucking pictures or some shit. Why you guys got to come over here and cry? What's the matter? Huh? She tried to suck me in there. You know, Patrick Rowe up there. I gotta thank Alpesh Patel for, yeah, he kind of went along with my program. I guess he doesn't really care if you guys get mad at him. So if I had the means, I'd send him a box of food. But, you know, you got to learn how to cook. You got to learn how to cook for yourself. Man can't depend on his woman to, you know. I mean, you got a family, you go to work, yeah, but usually men make the best chefs. Ain't no pedo here, Tammy. You're just a loudmouth schnook. If I did something wrong to that woman, she could go to the cops and have me arrested. There's no denying that she was here. Warmed my heart. She showed up. I made a new friend. You guys always got to put that sexual connotation on that. Wow. Her brother isn't going to do anything except make you cry. Her family's laughing at you if they're watching. Might be watching. Yeah, it's my channel. So her mother knows about me. There's no doubt she told her mother. You guys are fucking dumb. You really are dumb. You know that? Colin C and Tammy, you're welcome to click on that link. Fucking sun is bright. Holy fuck, now it's dark. How that light works. Look at you two fucking scrubs down there. Tammy, remember when you said you've been voting Republican all your life, and I went up on JC's panel to challenge you on that? You couldn't name one Republican you voted for. You couldn't name one Republican. Sorry, that person knows I'm not a pervert and that I would never do something like that. I see a young person like that, I figure they know how to operate computers. So I'm looking for a tutor. Basically, that's what I did. She said she didn't really know much about the laptop. She has an iPhone, and that's all I'm going to say. Hi, Riley. No, I'm not a scumbag, Riley. No, I'm not. You can come down here and talk to me if you want, face to face. You didn't want to say the name and everything. They think you're her brother. There's Queen T Royal. There's a racist, and here comes the pedophiles. Friends of pedophiles, these motherfuckers. Varna. I don't know what to say to you. Obviously, something's going on in your family. She's working at a store. She's of age. You know? There you go. And you got the idiots. You're getting these fuckers wound up. Now they know that you're her father. I'll turn this fucker off. You can come down and talk to me if you want. You only live up the street. Not like I'm hiding something. There you go, guys. Now you know that's her father, and he's using his real name. So he does this shit. He's on the social platform. All over TikTok, I suppose, right? You want to push my buttons, Riley? Thanks for reminding me. I was trying to think of the last name, and then you say, all I can think of is Larry Todd, Randy Todd. Well, I'm glad she told you. I knew she would. All she talked about was her mom. I'm not going to say anymore, Riley. Don't make an ass of yourself in my chat, Riley, because you're in my village. And obviously you're not from here. I'm from Governor. So you don't really want to fuck with me. You can go to cops if you want. They fucking know who I am. They know what I do. There you go. Fucking sun is bright. All I do is sit here, feed the squirrels, and get high. I ain't fucking bothering nobody. She did that. I told her it was going to piss a bunch of people off. Like Clean Tea, these people fucking posting in my chat. A bunch of YouTubers. Neither one of them have a panel. She went on camera. I could have said, no, I don't really know you that well. So I assumed it, Riley. So nothing happened, so don't worry about it. All right, I'll talk to you. Hey, Riley, this is the one you got sparked up, and listen to this. We'll see what happens. Go ahead. Hi, Russ. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. What's up? What's happening, dude? You know what? I was looking today. I don't know anything about what's going on, but if you want to tell a story, you can tell it to me. I know you're not a weirdo. I'm not going to participate in that stuff.
All right, this is what happened, Rusty. I went up to there's a store here, a new store in town, and they sell plants. They're a hardware store, Ace and all that. Okay. And I go up there, and there's this person, young woman. It was her watering the flowers and that. And I went out, and went inside, and I couldn't find the Miracle-Gro. I didn't walk far enough down the aisle, and so I come back up there, busy up at the counter. So I figured she's working there. So I asked her if where's the Miracle-Gro, and struck up a conversation. I see people. It's just I ask her if she's ever in YouTube. And that I strike up a conversation. I tell her what I'm doing. I have a YouTube channel and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I could use a tutor. It'd be nice to have somebody who knows how to do some of this stuff. I could learn a little faster, And she ended up stopping. I gave her my number and everything. She went on camera. I'm assuming she's an adult. Sure, she's an adult. She's working up to the store.
Yeah.
She's a young adult.
Yeah.
And in my world, you turn 18, you're an adult.
Yeah.
You can die for your country at age 18. You should be able, you're an adult. If you want to drink a beer, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the Elderverse world, Wiggin, and they're all. I got them all worked up, Rusty. I've been out trolling them.
I know that. I see that. But why do they say that you had sexual intentions towards this person?
I
you
can't
say that?
control. No,
Did you say that on the live stream? Why'd you remove it?
it's just to piss them off.
Yeah.
Just to piss them off.
I hear you. Oh,
Because
I
Wiggin
know.
fucking demanded that I fucking delete. If he had his way, none of my live stream would be there for anybody to look at. Right?
Yep. That's true.
So,
but now you can't.
God bless Brooke. Okay, that is her father in my chat.
Oh, really?
He only lives up the street from me.
Oh, so
I was hoping to meet her mother. She said her mother, I'm thinking maybe divorced woman with kid, a lot of that. I'm a kind-hearted guy.
Uh-huh.
And I like to have fun. Now, got all this time. Well, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Not you. I'm talking to Riley.
No, I know. I agree with him. I mean, if that's what he's asking, then I'm not going to.
And I did tell him earlier, you see Tammy running her mouth, Wiggin automatically calling me fucking pedophile and all that shit.
Yeah, but Mr. Todd doesn't know about all of these crazies.
I know he
here,
does.
though.
Well, he is in social media. He could be watching me and I don't know it.
Well, you didn't do anything wrong. But Mr. Todd doesn't understand, Queen.
Well, he's welcome to come in here
him.
because I'm going to invite her. That's her dad. Of course, I'm not going to do something stupid like that, Riley. You know that. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how old you are, Riley, but.
I'm here to vouch for Billy Hayden, Mr. Todd. He would not do anything untoward to your daughter. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Rusty.
And trust me, I know this guy, okay? He's pissed me off many, many times. But a young woman like that, he's not going to cross the line. He's a pot smoker. He's a pothead. That I will say that, that's
everybody's out
still,
there for the shock factor. I'm here for the shock factor too. You know?
Hey, I know you're a pothead. I'm not putting you down. I applaud that as opposed to being a drunk. Okay, you're not belligerent. You get out of pocket sometimes, but you're not nothing like these belligerent drunk men on this YouTube. Nothing. Wow.
I'm not even reading what he's saying. Let me read what he's saying.
Well, okay. I'll show you.
Riley, if you said you want to stop talking about her, then just drop it. Just drop it. I don't call her. I met her up to the store and invited her down and she stopped. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Not hiding anything. Shut up, Queen. I would really like to just once.
Well, don't start talking like that. We're trying to,
I don't know. Google's been pretty good to me.
Banner.
Fuck it. Let her make an ass. I want people like Riley Todd to see what goes on these sociopaths like that.
Well, he seems pretty rowdy himself.
He's all right. He wants to come down and knock my teeth out because he called me. I gave her she's got my landline. He called me. I knew I was hoping I get a call from her mother. But that's
probably not. That's probably inflaming the situation by saying that kind of stuff. But
it's I talked to him on the phone and he has my phone number and he only lives up the street from me. So he can come right to my door if he wants.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not really in a fighting mood. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself.
These people are outrageous, Mr. Todd. I can see that you understand that because you're being kind of outrageous your own self. So I don't think you're don't think you're a YouTube virgin. You don't seem like it. Yeah. Well, you got to be careful what you put out in the public. I mean, that's the bottom line, really. But I
Well,
don't think you did that intentionally to
no,
because the
I
crossing
just
of the line is
and I'm a smart ass, right?
yes, absolutely. Uh-huh.
Better a smart ass than a dumb ass, right?
Yeah.
I went into Pinch's chat today for a little bit.
Who?
Or I keep saying Pinch, it's Sykes chat.
Oh.
Tarot card guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's calmed down quite a bit. He was getting a lot of shit for all this wrench drama business.
He was rolling his eyes at Wiggin. I watched it. He was rolling his eyes at Wiggin when Wiggin was.
Well,
Wiggin, Wiggin should come up here and apologize to Riley for what he said. He's saying that she's 14 years old and all that, and I'm a pedophile. I'm sick of it.
Oh yeah, I know. I heard that. I didn't get you on tape, but I did get him on tape. So
I thought afterwards. I thought about it. I said, "Fuck these guys," and I went and I deleted that stream.
That's okay.
And I did that out of respect for you, Riley, so they can't go and watch it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
They would have had to been recording it right or whatever. Right, but if I delete it, it goes away. Yep. And I did delete that broadcast. They won't see it. So there you go. Rusty, this makes me feel good. You coming out. I appreciate it. I do.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I've known you for a long time, and I just can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're obnoxious as fuck, and you get a lot of people angry with you. But with this situation, nah.
I gotta try hard. Not trying hard enough. They're not bitching enough.
Because I was there when Tiffany was there. Remember a few years ago?
Oh, yeah.
And all that stuff. I mean, I've been around. I know about Tiffany. I know, and the rest of your friends, your family, your whatever. I forget the kids. Kobe? Was it Cody? All that stuff. I've been around for a while.
Cody's gotten into some trouble. So my nephew Scotty hasn't been hanging around with him, and Scotty's girlfriend, they got a newborn. Now he might be 2 months old by now. I'm not sure. So and Scotty was here today with a motorcycle. I have 2 plants outside, and I have them in a grow bag, 7-gallon grow bag. When they're gonna go out to his place, he's out in the country. I don't want to keep him right here by the street. There's too many weirdos walking our fucking streets in this village.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mr. Todd looks like he's pretty riled up. Like he knows what he's doing on this YouTube. On these YouTube.
It brought him in here. I'm glad she stopped, Mr. Todd. It brought you in here, and that's a good thing. Seriously.
So he's threatening to come and kick your ass. Well, why don't you just do it then, Mr. Todd? He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing.
He's all right, guy. I'll be feeding them steak and beer and a joint on the 4th of July. You watch. With my music fucking blaring. I own this friggin' corner. They all know it.
How come I'm up here, but all these people are down in the side chat telling me to fuck off and whatnot? But
I'm not even. I'm watching it scroll. I'm not even paying attention.
They're all down there cursing me and everything. But I thought the link was pinned. You could certainly come up here, tell me to my face. You don't get a chance to talk to me very much. I don't go on very many panels.
There it is.
I'm not up here trying to get glory. I'm up here to get the story. I'm the chat historian. I'm the roving reporter. Kermit the Frog here.
You wouldn't see JC do the same thing, much as she's lied about me.
Well, I have something to say about that.
Go ahead. Because I'm fucking sick of JC.
Well, did you see the name of her stream?
It just monotonous, isn't it? What was it? I know.
The name of her stream is "Every Man Believes That He Can Tame a Nymph, but it only leads to the grave for the man."
I read that.
So, in her mind, this pertains to her. She makes this because of her experience in life. She makes this about her and uses you to just make a, stupid fucking stream title or whatever. I don't know. Just interesting. But like I said, I wasn't there, so I'm not really commenting on what happened. I'm just here to say that you wouldn't do anything,
I appreciate that. Here, I got to let this person know.
Out of pocket.
Me. I'm here. I'm here to cuss you out, Rusty. From
Me?
the side chat. Yes.
Oh.
I've come to cuss you out.
Go for it, bitch. Hey, listen. You can't. I still won't hate you as much as I hate Tiffany. So do your worst.
Oh. So what's going on, guys?
Oh, geez, this is another troll job on Wigan again.
talking.
I'm on a roll. You two up on my panel. This is going to drive him nuts.
Oh, I didn't even think about him. Oh yeah, he's going to be.
I made new friends today, Jan. I'm hoping Mr. Todd, him and I can be friends.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Billy. That's real cool.
That's somebody in my village, somebody I don't know. He's not from here. Lisbon is a town just not far from me, probably 30 miles, but they're from the North Country.
Yeah.
From where I live. Up here where I live is one of the best places in the United States to send your kids to school. We have
upstate.
Especially
upstate
St.
New York.
Lawrence. Yeah, we have good school systems up here. Yeah.
Man, I've been up to upstate New York. I've had some good cheese.
River Rat cheese. There's a place over in Alexandria Bay that makes cheese curd.
Yeah.
Is he still here? So Riley Todd is a good one. Good man, Riley. Riley, I think we need to meet. You only live up the street from me. Riley, I drink either gin or I drink Miller High Life. Not Miller Light, Miller High Life.
Oh, you drink gin?
Gin? Yeah, I spilled a martini on one of my laptops, fried that fucking thing.
I know. I was there. That's why I'm always in your chat, like R.I.P. Billy Hayden's laptop.
They think it bothers me that I spilled a fucking martini on my laptop. No, what bothers me is I didn't get to drink it. I was catching a good buzz that night. I was in rare form.
You gotta be careful with them daggum martini glasses, man.
Hey,
wine glasses with
there's
stems.
still like 5 shots in that.
Wine glasses with stems.
I do it 1
you
to 2.
gotta watch out for them too.
2 shots gin and one shot vermouth. And you make a triple, whatever. It doesn't
whatever.
matter.
You can one of those little tumblers, those little Yeti tumblers, the like cocktail tumbler Yetis. You can fit just as much martini in there and it will keep it cold the whole time. And if you tip it over, you only lose a little bit. It's like a sippy cup.
That's what I make my martinis in. I don't have all the fancy, right? I stir it in this. And when I make a martini, I don't put any bitters in it. I could get some if I wanted to, but usually what I get is just lemon and lime juice. I put like a teaspoon of each in it, right?
Yeah.
For drink. So it's gin, vermouth, right? 2 parts gin, 1 part vermouth, lemon and lime juice, and then the olives. You should, when you make a martini like that, you should actually rinse your olives off. Rinse them off.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want it too briny. But no, I love a gin martini like that. Yeah, just straight up liquor, gin and vermouth.
What kind of gin?
Usually I got Mr. Boston in the freezer right now. I bought it for DA. I haven't had a martini.
Oh, you like that? You like that really, really tiny juniper-y gin? Then.
Oh, gee, you go the Beefeater London Dry Gin, like $55 for a big one. Yeah, and I'm also a Crown Royal kind of guy. Actually, Southern Comfort is one of my favorite bourbons.
That is fucking gross, and that is not bourbon. That is sugar flavored or bourbon flavored sugar.
Oh, I love Southern Comfort.
Bourbon flavored syrup is what that is.
It's tasty.
It's not meant to be drank as a drink. It's meant to be mixed in other drinks as a flavor, like as a flavor note.
Yeah. Riley Todd's cracking me up. Are you still here, Riley?
Okay, I'm back.
Yay, Rusty's back.
I caught Jason the other night. Justine Kestner was up on my panel, and I told her to go over to JC's. I wanted her to bring my name up to her, but she brought up something else, talking about the English and the French, and pointing the finger at JC that she's from the fucking bad part of Canada or whatever the deal is there, right? Well, JC made the mistake. She's calling Justin Kestner that, you fucking bitch. I was born in so and so Quebec. So she lied again. She was not born in Governor. And then she's saying that she had 2 birth certificates. Why would you get rid of one of them? She's lying. Yeah. You're lying, JC.
Ogdensburg.
Ogdensburg. Yeah,
Ogdensburg. That's where she said she was born.
She wasn't born there. She was born somewhere in her own private province. She was born whatever province she's in.
Why would she say Ottawa. She was born in the States if she wasn't, though?
Because she wants that aura that she has dual citizenship.
Listen, laying in an incubator for 4 hours does not make you a fucking United States citizen.
They really don't have the best health care up there. Canada's a pretty wild country. Everybody lives in the sticks up there, even if you're in Montreal. Now, they don't talk about, Montreal. They've had, in Toronto, they have problems with gangs.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of crime in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Or there was.
Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s. So, yeah, bikers were running that entire city.
And as a kid growing up, a week before Memorial Day, my dad would go up there to go fishing. I wish I had those pictures. My brother and I holding fucking lines of fish, brook trout, nothing but brook trout. Way up in the middle of nowhere, up in Canada, 3.5 hour drive from here. Huddersfield Fishing Game Lodge. Oh, I loved it up there. That's the best part of Canada, going up and catching a few fish. Hey, look at there's my friend JC. JC, do you see the link? JC, did you want to come up here? Huh? You want to come up here and call me a pedophile also, JC? You want to come up here and treat me like you did ODV and then fucking Daughter of Truth fucking screamed her head off over that? Oh, I hate him. I'm kind of sick of the, innocent until proven guilty, right? No presumption of innocence, huh, JC? You didn't care about all them private businesses losing business when Biden shut down the pipeline. That hurt Canada bad.
She never misses a word you say, Hayden.
I know it.
Not a goddamn word. Not a fucking word.
Now, what you said the other night when Justine come over to your panel, you said you were born, I forget what town you said, but you're born in, you're in the province of Quebec, right? Or is that Montreal? You're Ontario? Oh, I forget. Who cares?
That's all I know. She doesn't miss a single word you say. Never, ever, ever. Hey, it's a cat. She's on you like white on rice, as they say.
Now we have Riley Todd, JC. What are you going to say about that guy? I want him to see what a piece of shit you are, JC. The things you do.
Yeah, we call her cunt mode.
Hey, Riley Todd,
Or at
this
least I
woman,
do.
I got her to call the cops in the village. She wanted the cops to come take my gun. She was afraid they're going to shoot her. Didn't you, JC? You told the chief of police, oh, Second Amendment kills. Go take Billy's guns.
This is y'all's favorite place to shit, isn't it? Right on my back porch.
Chicken shit.
Oh, God.
Kyle,
don't even know.
Kyle, don't post her name. If you one more time, Kyle, and I'm going to time you out. Stop. Because her dad come into the chat. He's around, so stop.
Billy, how do you get involved in these shenanigans?
God told me to do it.
Oh, my God. My
What
Lord.
What would you do if you were me? I'm just a lonely old man sitting at home looking for something to do. What the fuck?
Please don't say things like that when it's pertaining to.
Yeah, but all I can think of is the Merle Haggard
The
song. Just a white guy
context.
looking for a place to do his thing, you know.
Billy.
Jan?
That's not helping. See, when you say things like that.
Jan.
Sounds.
Jan, you went back to Jaro. Remember when you come up here?
I don't know why.
What are you talking about? I am free to go and talk to whoever I want. I'm not playing internet games with y'all.
Hey, are you drinking? Have a beer.
No.
I got gin, but I don't have any lemon and lime juice or olives, so I can't make a drink. I drank all the beer.
I don't really drink anymore. Hayden.
I got good pot. But hey, George Washington smoked pot with the Indians, so they can all fucking suck it.
I mean, yeah, I'd be more than happy to smoke a bowl with you, but
hey, look there's Patrick Rowe. Here he comes. He's got a razor blade. Hey, Patrick, how come you don't ride your motorcycle to the bar?
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. I'll just chime in. I don't know.
No, that's the real Jason. I just checked the channel. Yeah, Wigan, I think you know Riley Todd, an apology for what you just started. I mean, he doesn't see your chat and that, or Vegas, but then again, maybe he does. It looks like he's pretty good at this stuff. Hope he is. Maybe he can tutor me on my laptop. I'll pay him too for his time. I would. I've been to college. I'll pay for the class. I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to make my YouTube channel better.
Well,
I have in the last couple of days. Wiggin and his crew can't stop talking about me.
Oh my God.
And Gotti won't congratulate me. I've done
Is
what
that the
Gotti.
measure, Billy Hayden? Do you think that that is the measure of success when Jarl Wiggin and Dot can't stop talking about you?
Why would I think that?
You just said it.
Well, sure, it's a success. What do you think?
I don't. I'm genuinely not impressed by any games played on YouTube, especially any of this like gossipy like topic of conversation shit. I hate
Hi,
it when
Justin.
I hate it when people are fucking talking about me. So annoying. Don't take
Yeah,
my
but
energy unless I give it to you.
These guys have been at each other for years. This is a way of life for them, you know.
Mhm. To each its own, I guess.
I do have to say, Billy. At least Billy leaves his house. Jarl never leaves his house.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he never leaves front yard.
Nope.
That
Sure don't.
fucker couldn't carry 20 pounds, 20 feet.
That's what you ought to start doing is sometimes, Hayden. When you leave, instead of leaving your stream going with just sitting there, you know, looking at your empty chair, why don't you take the people on a journey? Take them out walking through the city.
It took me a long time to learn to peel a potato.
But be careful. Be careful. Man, I knew people that could triangulate other people that they found on YouTube and find them when they were staying in hotels by the street signs and shit like that at restaurants. So, you know, if you're worried about that, just be careful. But
Well, this is all good for me. Yeah.
Well, I would say you earned it.
I'm going to look on the bright side and just keep moving forward.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean,
that's really all any of us can do, right?
It's not really you that's sexualizing the situation. It's all these other people.
Sure they are.
Why? Because they're fucking sick. They're fucking sick. They're sick and perverted. That much I know.
I don't even really know what's going on. I saw your avatar up here on Billy Hayden's, and I don't run into you very many places when people aren't screaming at you and you're not fighting 8 different motherfuckers on a panel. So I thought I would take the opportunity. Thank you, Billy, for having me up so that I could talk to my buddy Rusty.
Ain't that the truth?
I have impeccable timing.
I didn't think anything about it. Not perverse shit. Because I've known this guy for, 4 or 5 years?
Been in these
He's
chats.
pissed me off many a time. I've been fucking furious at this guy, but
I better fucking plug this fucker in.
I know him and I know.
Look, man, you ain't got nothing
really
but
happened.
a social security check. They ain't trying to set you up. You got nothing to worry about. If you had money, I'd say maybe they might try to come after you, but I think you're pretty good.
No, I solicited her for friendship at her work.
But just
She
please,
treated me good. Wait, no, I mean that it's just like
please take a.
I go up there all the
take a-
time. I go to that store all the time.
And you're not going to
Don't
stop
say
going
things
there.
like she. Don't say things like she solicited you for friendship.
No,
You gotta
I
stop
said
saying
that.
stuff
I
like that.
did that.
I
brought
know.
it up. I
But
invited.
see, you're adding connotations in there when you
No,
really
don't
want.
don't stay here and
people to-
analyze it, Jan. I invited her here and she stopped when she was done working, and then here we sit. Now we can
All
stop
right.
talking about it because her father doesn't want us talking about her.
Exactly. Look at
yeah.
these lovely rusties right here. These are my rusty girls.
I got chickens. I got chickens named after me.
And
Pretty special.
they're
thing.
so
I know a
sweet
woman
and
that has
pretty.
chickens. She calls them her girls. She has rabbits too. She calls them great big giant rabbits. I don't know. It must be an awful skinning to eat one of those. They get like 25 pounds. They're a big rabbit.
I couldn't do it. I can't even. I think if I got pushed to the point where I had to consume one of my birds for food, I think I actually could if I had to, but I wouldn't choose to.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have it in me.
I think I might stop
Not to do it.
chicken.
I mean, not to do it myself. Like I won't stop eating chicken because they're, but not these.
Uh-huh.
I would raise birds specifically for meat that would be kept separate, not socialized like these. But not these girls.
Yeah, I understand.
But I have thought of a better revenge for the coyotes than hanging a dead one up in the forest to send a sign to the other ones.
You're supposed to feed them raccoon balls. You know what those are? You take chicken skins and you take cornmeal and soak it in Tabasco sauce. Then you wrap the cornmeal Tabasco sauce up into a ball into a chicken skin and put toothpicks in them. But they can't resist the chicken skin, and then I'll bite into it and then burn their mouth. I know it's mean, but I don't know.
Does that bother Matt?
I mean, I actually contacted somebody to come trap him.
Frog in my throat.
But my revenge.
There's Wiggin in my chat. Does that bother Mad Jim Rusty when you call him unfuckable?
Oh yeah.
But so my plan is to follow them and find out where they make their dens and wait till they have a litter of pups and steal one of their pups and raise it to guard the chickens. Boom. In your face, one of your own kind.
Yeah. That's an idea.
Rhode Island Red. A lot of pollen in the air. Yeah, we had an electrical storm about 2 hours ago. Correct, right outside my window.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pair of hawks flying around here a couple of days ago. I sat out there for an hour, watched them do their aerial stuff and crow at each other and hunt pigeons. There's a big pile of feathers out at my bird feeder that morning when I got up. Feathers everywhere. So it's a pretty good sign that hawk took a pigeon out of this feed.
The pigeon got raptured.
And I don't have a camera out there. I need to put a damn camera out there. I'm lazy.
Those fucking cameras are not cheap either. They're pretty expensive.
Fox babies are called kits in the UK, not pups.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, I'm praying for the UK. They're being taken over by illegal immigrants.
Yep.
They don't talk about it. There's some horrible stories that British women are getting raped and all kinds of shit.
Yep.
It's happening here. It's
just because they're white.
Listen, we were this close. We were this close to having that here in America. And England, if they don't do something, that's going to change their whole country forever. That's why Italian people look the way that they do. The Moors conquered Sicily. They were blonde hair, blue eyed until the Moors conquered Sicily. And
Jan.
they took
Hey,
so many
Jan.
of their women that they changed the bloodline forever.
Hey, Jan.
What?
Can I call you Henpecker?
I mean, if
Can I
you'd
call?
like to.
Okay, I'll call you. I'm gonna call you Henpecker. I'm gonna make a clone of you, and it's gonna be called Henpecker.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Everybody look out. Billy just said he was going to make a clone of me.
Oh, you've arrived. You have arrived.
I have arrived.
You see that
But
Festier
I'll
account?
tell
Don't
you
let
what.
it bother you.
I'll tell you what, Hayden, you'll never be able to mimic my dialogue in the chat. Never. People will be able
My
to see
voice
through
a
it a
little
mile
off.
away.
Wait. Yeah, I've accomplished a lot today. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully Riley Todd doesn't stay mad at me. I think we could be friends. My neighbor only lives up the street. I'm a true patriot.
Well, I mean, just hide your electronics when you invite him over.
What do you mean? I ain't got much for electronics.
I'm just saying. Valuables.
The best electronic thing I have is this Edison T3000 speaker that cranks the home music right up. It sounds good. Who's Wesley Moore anyway? Why did I remember seeing that account fucking years ago?
Might be
joined.
Paul.
Yeah, I joined April 26th. Yeah. Oh yeah, Paul Bitch Life. He's got a hard on for Billy.
Uh-huh.
Paul Bitch Life, I call him.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, I want to see you do a push-up.
Oh, thanks, Tanja. Is it Tanja or Tanya?
It would be probably Tanya's.
Okay, because I know that I know in the Australian people spell it with a J, but it's actually pronounced Tanya.
She's from somewheres in Europe. Says she's in the States. Yeah.
She likes to say my name. That's why her face and her voice is all over my channel.
I know who Tanya is.
Right, Tanya? That's why you be eating 99-cent pork ribs from the food line. Because you can't afford real meat.
I had to read a patient's name today.
Oh, that's fun, isn't it?
their first name, I'm not going to tell you what their last name was because HIPAA and all that, but their first name was Lamangelo, but it was spelled Lemongello. I guarantee you, and I'm not being racist, but I would bet money on that person being of African American descent. I looked at that and I was like, Lemongello. And the girl on the other end of the phone said, Lamangelo. I said, oh, or that. Does he have a brother named Orange Jello?
Why is Bud in my chat?
Because Bud's my bud.
Well, he said, if that's really him, he said yesterday that he wouldn't be talking down to me at any time to Miss Zara. So I guess you broke your promise, right? So now I'm going to have to tell her. I'm going to have to tell her that you're running your fucking mouth again. You unfuckable cocksucking dweeb. You want me to come after you? You want me to come after you? Because I can.
Is that a bong hit or is that a bowl hit?
Fucking loser. Talk about unfuckable. Let's have a poll. Who's most unfuckable? Bud or Mad Jim or AP?
Oh my word.
Oh, there he is. Gotti, you owe me a favor.
I like Bud's butterfly.
It's
The
pollen
butterfly that he posted.
stuffing my nose up.
Picture.
You should see the picture I made of you when I caught you in mid sign when you were doing your sign language video. It looks like you're jamming a huge giant cock in your mouth.
Who you talking to, me or her?
I know how to say twat waffle in
Bud.
sign language.
Yeah. That's how nasty he talks. That's him. That's how nasty he talks to me. He's not a sweet, innocent, little fucking retarded farm boy that keeps cats in cages.
Wiggin talking about
He's a
cock
nasty.
blockers. There's the biggest cock blocker right there. Why you block me, bud? Now you're in my chat. Block me in Vegas. If I go into JC's, well, I haven't been into JC's. I'm not going. If I go there, it's gonna be fucking doom and destruction.
Right, Gotti? You saw that picture I made of him. Gotti saw it.
Gotti, I wanted to tell you, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to tell you, I'm entering a new phase of my artistry. I call it the friendship bracelet phase.
Gotti, I went to Sykes today and posted your name.
Gotti, it was gross, but it was right on point, right? It was perfect, right?
Oh, God! What?
What happened?
Fucking Gotti.
See, if I can make Gotti do the nausea, the barf emoji, then you know I'm fucking ruling the school.
Oh, God. Bud, that's not true, is it? Were you rubbing twats? No, Bud.
What'd you call him? Hermaphrodork? Yeah. Yeah. I gotta take these guys. Nobody gets to see my masterwork. Nobody gets to see my dirty masterwork. How sick I am. I'm so sick they delete my shit off of Discord even though there's nobody in there. This uncensored. That wasn't the first spooge.
The only
pic
thing
I
I
got
know,
Bud.
deleted
No,
out
Bud.
of
You'll, Bud, you're my bud, but no, you can't take me out on
the only thing I
I'm
know
sorry.
about Discord is when JC used to have a wrench with D-High when he did his thing. JC'd sit on her panel and she'd be in Discord at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
JC, I've never lied
she
about
thought
you.
She thought she was gonna hook up with D-Highs.
She thought I wanted to get in her pants just because I asked her to go to the casino with me.
Mm-hmm.
She lost a bet in 2000. It was voter fraud. Biden didn't win. He cheated. And Wiggins got a problem.
Well, yeah, he does. He's gonna have a big problem here pretty soon.
And now he insulted my new friend, Mr. Todd, talking about his daughter. I set that all, I planned that all up.
I agree with you. I agree with you that Biden stole the election, but I don't think it's as simple as that. The entire
Well,
Democratic Party stole
yeah,
the
Lisa
election.
James is
He
in
wasn't
court.
qualified. He wasn't qualified to serve as president when he ran
Kathy
for
Hochul,
president because he already
governor
had
of New York
cancer.
State, is
He
in
already had
trouble.
cancer, so it's not just Biden. Biden didn't just steal it on his own. They all put
Well,
that
the Democrat
motherfucker
Party,
up to
the
it.
voter fraud, it's at the state
Yeah.
level. Yeah. Yeah. It's people like Nancy Pelosi and,
But it's
and all
it's
the
not
others.
as not as simple. It's not as simple
Hakeem
as just
Jeffries.
saying
Have you been
that.
listening to what Hakeem Jeffries has been saying lately? That fucking guy needs to go bad. There's this congressman called Hank Johnson, and they were doing some questioning at one of the committees he was on, and this Navy admiral was there, and there was a Marine general there. But it was the Navy admiral he was talking to. And you can Google it, Congressman Hank Johnson. He asked a question. He's worried that if they put too many Marines on one side of Guam, that Guam would capsize. These people in Congress say some of the dumbest fucks, and I don't get to vote for them. All right, you got that Ilhan Omar. There's an ignorant bitch right there. However, she got it.
I don't care for.
I don't live in
I don't care
Minnesota,
for
but
her.
that's where all the Somalians are. So that's where our problem is, right there. Yeah.
Jasmine Crockett is another one I really don't care for.
Thank you. It's ignorant what they're doing. Yeah.
Well, a lot of these judges and stuff too at the state level that are and these congressmen
you don't have
and
to
stuff
like you don't
that are
have to like
going
Trump.
down and
I don't have to like you, but that doesn't
like
mean
trying
I
to
have
break
to
into
shoot
these
you in the
ICE
head.
facilities. It's super reckless. It's just it's all
I'm going to
reckless,
shoot you in the
dangerous
head
behavior.
just because I don't like you. That's what they did to Trump. They shot the guy in the fucking head.
But it's not they didn't do that just because
What's
they
the
don't
deal?
like him. He's
What the
against their
fuck is
agenda.
Mad Jim's problem? Jan, what the fuck is Mad Jim's problem? Look at this dumb fuck.
Who cares? He's an idiot.
He is an idiot. Hey, I want to try to do an image. He got through his nose and he said, I went for a ride. I'm a machinist. Bud, why don't you and Mad Jim go get a room? It's like, fuck, I had 32 people in here earlier.
I basically bounced his head off the concrete a million times. Now he's super angry because he deserved it. He deserved it, and he's not going to ever leave me alone. So it's, it doesn't matter. When you stand in your truth about who somebody is, that's all that matters. And I know who he is. And I'm completely correct about what that person is. He's a creep. He's unfuckable. Women run from him where he lives. Whatever. That's all I have to say about him. Because he used me to get attention from women. He used me to get attention for himself, to get women interested in him. And that was the very wrong move.
He sounds like Julia
Once
Child.
I fucking realized it, that was the end for him. I
the
cut him off
old
the knees.
triangle. I don't like the triangle. The triangulation.
He's a
Of
baby
using the
bitch.
other
Look at him.
people to get
He's
things.
both him and Bud are both like pigeon-toed pussies that will never get women. I don't like to talk. I don't even like to say that word, get pussy or whatever. Those are two men that will never have relations.
Those
with
are
a
two
woman.
men that'll never get henpecked.
Yeah.
Would y'all please go to bed?
Once you touch them, then they own you. Henpecker.
Yeah. I pretty much.
I hate
that.
divorce. I hate divorce. I do. I hate divorce. I didn't want to.
Oh, post the link.
We need God. We need God in our lives right now. Oh my God! If I get that shit in my eye one more time.
What up? What up? What up?
A rooster's ass when he's
God
fucking.
has arrived.
What's up, peoples?
Hey, Gotti, I'm gonna put you at the same level as everybody.
Well, I got the TV on, Bill. I'll mute myself.
All right. You turn your TV down a little bit.
Well, I'm watching Waters. I got to watch Waters.
No. I could turn Mark Levin back up.
Fuck Levin. He just proved himself to be a cunt.
No, he
The
didn't.
fucking Jewish loving cunt. Yeah, he proved it. He proved it last couple of days.
No, he didn't.
He fucking went against my president. Fuck him.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
You weren't listening.
I know exactly what I'm dealing with. He's one of those fucking hawk pieces of shit.
Listen, Trump's president. There'll never be an argument between him and Mark Levin. They're friends.
As long as he's giving money to Israel, yeah, I'm sure there won't be.
Yeah, well, that's that's not true. Now you don't act like Wiggin. You know how he
People
is.
can disagree. People can disagree,
The
and
Rothschilds.
they can have a disagreement or a disagreement of a
The Rothschilds
opinion
all
and
the way.
still be friends and still be, support each other.
Forget about Israel. I came up here to get the skinny on this girl you had.
I mean, it takes a different level of maturity than anything we see here by far, but
You got it. The
you
only
know.
skinny you need to know is that her father contacted me and we're friends. So there's
Oh,
nothing.
so you know her dad.
She's
Why did she?
they're
how'd she
new in
come over?
town. They're not from town. No, they didn't know who I am or was.
How'd you get her back to your place? How much did it cost you?
It didn't.
Oh my God.
Let
Gotti?
me answer him, Jan. Hold on a second. Let me answer him. Gotti, I went to a store where she's working and she's taking care of the plants and all that. And I went up to look for Miracle Grow because I have 2 marijuana plants. I want to put Miracle Grow on it. So I went up to get a thing of Miracle Grow. She's working there. So she waited on me. I invited her to stop down and they want, asking about getting involved with my YouTube channel, told her who I was and all that.
Wow, that's how you got her, huh?
Right? It's like, it's just being friendly. Now you got
I know exactly why she came over there now, because you said marijuana. Nothing spreads a girl's legs more open than marijuana mention.
Well, I don't talk about her like that. Guys.
Oh, it's true.
Well, no. Be nice.
Anyway.
Be nice, Scotty. I'm gonna put God in a fucking headlock pretty soon.
Anyway, Billy broke the internet. What do you mean anyway, Jan? He had a girl over. This is like monumental, right, Rusty?
Well,
it's listen,
he
man.
had a girl over there before, that Tiffany.
But
girl.
but it's gross to keep
Tiffany's
making
different. That's different.
insinuations like that, especially if nothing happened.
Well, we have to get to the bottom of it, Jen. How old is she, Billy?
Tiffany? She's an adult. She's
over 21. Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I wanted Mr. Todd. I wanted Mr. Todd
no.
to say how old she was,
Well,
but he didn't want to do that, so that's okay.
She's 18.
You better keep your door locked, though.
You said 18? Holy moly, boy.
She's
JC's gonna
young.
crucify you, boy. JC is gonna crucify you.
She already tried. Are you kidding? They're already calling me pedophile and all that shit and disrespecting
The village
me.
is gonna be bringing.
Holy fuck.
That's what's on the phone right
I'm
now
up
to the
here.
fucking barber shop.
I'm here to
Oh.
stand up for Mr. William Hayden, which
And then
you
you
know.
missed it. Yeah, you might want to go
I
back
personally don't give a
man,
shit what
man.
happened with the girl. Like I
mad.
said, I came over to hang out with Rusty.
If Rusty's standing up for you, boy, that's a huge thing.
Well, you owe me a favor, Gotti. You know that, right?
The picture? The one with the dragon and the fire?
Hey,
Yeah, I didn't forget.
yeah.
Go to bed, damn it! I swear to God.
Hey, Tammy, we're gonna make you look like Spot on the Munsters.
Jens was already in there.
I swear to
and you
God, when
came
that
out.
stairway opens, right? That's her face there, breathing fire and everything. Them
Billy,
teeth.
Billy, remember a couple of days ago they were deploying all the ships to fucking the Gulf
Was it
for the
'cause I'm in a
for
wheelchair?
Iran and shit.
Yeah.
When I heard the name of one of the ships, I fell on the ground dying laughing. The USS Gerald Ford. I said, "What the fuck kind of
That's
kind
our
of
biggest,
kid?
strongest, most. Yeah,
It is. It is. Of all the names they had to give the ship, that fuck. I know they have
They
to name
can't
the
beat
ships
our
after presidents.
Navy.
The fucking Gerald Ford of all presidents. Holy shit!
They can't beat our Navy.
It should have been the Nixon of all fucking things, not the Gerald Ford.
So what do we have? 12 aircraft carriers.
Well, wait till the USS Trump gets on the fucking seas. Holy shit! State of the art fucking weaponry. Be 3 times the size of any ship. Unlike any
So
ship
the
you-
joke out there is that Trump, he started building a golf course in Iran. The first 3 holes are ready.
That's a good one. That's a big joke down at the VFW, is it?
This fucking Patrick. He was here earlier. You still here? And there, patty cakes.
You think Billy's bad? This Patrick fucking puts Billy to shame. What a loser! All he does is cry. He's like a Wiggin, but fatter.
Did you see me showing my shovels the other night?
No, you're gonna dig his grave.
My army tool that was given to me, the axe.
Dig his grave with it.
He's up on JC's waving a straight edge, right? Like he's gonna give me a shave. Like JC did that just to get me into her chat. I'm your content, JC.
Are you
Oh
gonna
yeah,
go up on
she was
Psyche's
just
panel?
restreaming you.
I was in his. What's that, Jay or Rusty?
She was just restreaming you.
That's illegal, JC.
Yeah, her and Tiffany both turned me in. So, let her restream me. I don't give a shit. Hey, JC. Fuck yeah.
Give one to Wiggin too.
He hangs on every word
the other
you
one's
say.
Wiggin.
Fuck you, Wiggin. Yeah, when you go up on Psyche's, make sure you talk good about me. Don't be like Doug the Slug.
Oh yeah, his panel going. It probably, unless there's an invite and something's going on, we'll see what happens. But I went in there and said hi. V-Cash we went into Vegas chat. I see him doing that. That Psych was live. So I was in there for a little bit. Yeah.
You don't need to bother with him. He's not really your cup of tea.
No, they do what they do over there. I wanted to, but I didn't. Because Zenny, she reads tarot cards too, but that's different, right? Zennies and Psych.
She's more like a spiritual reading. That's tarot, more spiritual.
Yeah. So I didn't bring it up.
Well, I don't have anything to. Everybody got deranged, and the most person that took the hit on that was that whiny bitch, Trana. So
yeah, that worked out well.
I'm happy.
Hey, boy,
you guys know, Wiggin up there crying, oh, they're attacking your chat. I'm here to help you. Oh, holy fuck. That mantra again. This shows you what it's like. It's warm.
Is Wiggins live right now? Is he,
I don't know
is he
if
live
Wiggins-
crying?
No, this morning.
Oh.
It was early.
You here, Billy?
Yeah, he was live. What's that?
He came on your panel?
Wiggin? No.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said
If you
He was in the chat. He came in the
me
chat.
and I
He ran a
can't see
stream this
dinner.
morning. He ran a bitch stream this morning, a baby bitch stream, the usual.
This is how they do the honeymoon, those two.
I got Tammy and all of them going because I got somebody to come visit me. I'm just trying to promote my YouTube channel, and it worked.
Well, there you go.
Good for you, Billy. You got her over there without paying her a penny. Unlike Wiggin. He's probably in like fucking 15 grand already.
I just hope nobody tries to break in my apartment and cut my throat tonight,
Yeah, I'd lock your door.
Yeah, nobody's going to sneak up on you, Billy. Don't worry.
They're going to have a problem when they come in here. I'm a lot faster than I look. I can move if I want to.
Oh, yeah.
What are you
Hey,
gonna
you got
do
those
if they
short,
break
stubby
in?
legs.
Peel them up real good?
Whack them in the head with my axe.
Get your electric potato peeler out and peel them up real good.
And
No violence.
I get my 338 out and just shoot the fuckers.
Or that works also.
JC's wrong. I'm allowed to have a gun. I'm not a felon. Fuck you, JC.
She's in love.
She called the cops in my village. We got her to do
My
that.
village.
I wish I had the audio and video of that play. She said if I gave her $1,000, she'd play that.
She doesn't have it.
She's chicken shit.
Boyle, don't worry. I'll take care of.
She doesn't have
Stephanie.
it. She would have played it by now.
I'll move in with Stephanie. Don't worry.
She at that time she didn't know how to record and be on the panel at the same time.
I haven't really tried to teach myself how everything works on this. I'm happy I got the basics down.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
there
maybe
he
a
is.
good thing.
There's Wiggin again. Gilligan
Omar
Hayden.
knows about your apartment. You're gonna be a felon soon. Omar knows all about it.
Oh no, that's Acid Trip. Now he's trolling me.
Gilligan Hayden. Gilligan Hayden. We're gonna get your hat like that.
No fuck.
Wiggin can be the fucking Gilligan. You can be the skipper.
Yeah, we're not doing enough sailor treatment of you. We need to do more. We need to do more sailor treatment of you.
No, I don't. I can check.
This fucking new mayor of New York. What the fuck you got going on over there, Billy? You might have to take this guy out. Who's this Muslim piece of shit?
Isn't that something?
He's running against Cuomo. What the fuck? Both of these people need to fucking drop.
You know, I live way up north of all that.
Holy shit.
Albany is a long ways for me.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I mean, I can't really complain. We've got this black guy here in Chicago. It's like garbage. It's absolute garbage everywhere. All these big cities.
And what is it?
Omar.
It's the oligarchy. You know the oligarchy?
I could never vote for a man named Omar, just on principle.
No, Acid Trips posting in my chat as Gilligan Hayden.
I saw that, Justin.
And Omar's, he lives across, he's a retired army guy and he's black. His wife is white with red hair. She's a ginger. He's married to a ginger. So it's fooling Acid Trip. He thinks the guy's a Muslim. He's not. He's not.
Can you imagine getting a phone call in the middle of the night telling you that your neighbor across the street is some kind of a racist and that you have to kill him?
Yeah.
And you don't know what the fuck's going on.
I got to go. Listen, I have a wrench in his chat, okay? And Matt Galligan's there right now.
Who?
Kevin, I think it's a tie between
Acid
you and
Trip.
Oh.
He might be restreaming me. I'm not sure.
New mask figure. Oh, no, they're not from Hasbro, Justin. They're from.
He's fucking
they're from
laughing.
another company.
I've been making him giggle.
It's another company called Loyal Subjects. I know which ones you're talking about. You're talking about the cartoon mask, right? Yeah, I don't have those. I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna get the helicopter one. Yeah, they do look good.
When she was here about 3 days ago.
Yeah, there's always something new coming out, man. It's hard to give up this shit.
On the geezer upstairs, and I'll be in prison by now. The only thing that's kept me from fucking kept me mellow
What are you listening to, Gotti?
is
I was watching Waters.
Fucking phone don't
You know Jesse Waters?
Yes, I know. I love Jesse Waters.
Yeah, he's the only one I could watch. Everybody else is bullshit.
Yeah. Hannity is okay selectively. He's all right.
Hannity, Hannity's he's an ass kisser.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Neocon ass
He's-
kisser.
I don't save my streams. I
but I use Hannity as like a palate cleanser. You know, in between
He
Jesse
says the same
Waters
shit over
and
and over again. He's just hard to
Gutfield.
listen to. The only one I used to love really was Lou Dobbs. Ever since Lou Dobbs left, that's it for me. I don't really care about him.
Yeah, Lou Dobbs
Well,
left.
I used to really like Gutfeld, but now Gutfeld is on the 5 at 5:00 with
He's okay.
a
He's
bunch of
nothing
others.
great.
But he's
okay.
not that great. But my point is, like, I can see him at 5:00, and then I tune in at 10:00, and he tells the same jokes that he told at
Yes, he does do that.
5:00.
He
But
does.
there's more of them, and I'm just like, what?
I
I
noticed
just
that
watch
too.
one or the other. Just watch one or the other.
He has some good guests on there, though. The comedians are really funny. No, Boyle, I don't collect
Yeah.
Transformers. I got a few, but I only got Devastator and just a few like that.
I'll tell you what, like, he has a lot of funny women, funny conservative women.
What do you mean?
Gutfield does on his show.
You're gonna have to.
A lot
You're
of-
gonna have to time Boyle out for that comment.
And that's
Give him a-
hard. And
give him a
listen, I'm a
5-minute
woman. I
timeout.
know it's hard to be funny as a woman.
I'm not even watching the chat.
Give him a 5-minute timeout for that last comment, please.
Why? What's that crazy fucker posting?
He wrote Lou Dobbs a sellout. Lou Dobbs is dead. He was not a sellout. He was a patriot.
Fucking A right.
Lou Dobbs became good friends with Mark Levin. Did you know that?
No, we're not perfect in life. None of us are perfect.
Seriously.
The great one, my ass.
The great one.
Great one, yeah. Fuck. You think Handy licks his ass when he sees him? Literally?
Where's Charlie at?
Or
He
sucked
says
his
he
brother
doesn't
off.
come to chat. Doesn't come to chats anymore.
Oh, really? What's he doing? Picking up
I
cans?
don't know.
He's getting attacked by Logical.
He's hanging out at preschools.
Yeah.
Fucking Charlie, that guy.
He's got nudes of Tiffany, though.
I don't miss him.
That's the only thing we need from him, those nudes. Oh, speaking of that, let me show you a picture I got of her recently.
Uh-oh.
Who is the picture of? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Butterface. I bet Butterface.
Butterface.
Bitch.
Yeah, this is Tiffany.
You know what?
And,
she may have
Tiffany and her
lost all
dog.
that weight, but she still
in the woods.
she may have lost all that
Damn.
weight, but she
That's when Rover took over. Oh! You didn't even see it. You didn't even see it.
Yeah,
that
no.
bitch may have lost weight, but she still got the fat girl tendencies. Got to have her little fingers and everybody's fucking pies.
Did you see what I said about her?
No, what did you say?
I asked her, why do you spend all your time trying to justify to your husband that other men want you?
Uh-huh. That's right.
Hey, I don't question why. To each its own. Keep that shit away from me.
Mm-hmm.
She shook her tail feathers in my face.
Go for it.
Wants me to watch her work out and sweat.
Yuck. You might as well be smelling a dirty diaper.
This is a family.
Oh.
This is a family show, so I'll watch my tongue.
Your family show. Yeah, family show. Hey, I said dirty diaper.
Family show. Billy, did you see what I posted?
No. I can look though.
Oh my God, son,
I
please.
don't see anything posted.
Mom.
Oh, I guess it didn't show up.
I am
They
making
make
it
it to
as
me.
fast as I'm making it as fast as I can.
They do it to me. Mine do it to me. 4 o'clock hits.
You're a
And-
bottomless
Woof,
pit.
woof.
Bitch, 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 bitch,
Sit,
bitch.
Ubu, sit. Good dog.
It's not even his food. It's his mom's food. Well, the dog's food, but he eats out of the same bowl as her. So He wants me to feed her so he can eat some of it.
What are you doing? Who's microwaving?
Me, I'm microwaving.
What do we got?
Bunnies.
I just had a nice T-bone.
Now, did you guys catch Justin Boyle up on my panel with his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very sweet. Spunky.
Okay.
Spunky. I think she's getting addicted to chat between me and you guys. I think she's getting addicted. Yeah, chat addiction.
Uh-oh, Justin, you better whip the leash.
Yep. You better put us up to that quick.
Hey, Boyle, let me know if you need to learn to tie some knots. I'll teach you.
Oh my god. It took me a minute, but I got the reference.
Gotti, all this excitement. I probably should take like 3 or 4 days off and stay out of chat. Take a break.
No, just hang out with that girl? Yeah, why not? Go on
No,
picnics and
I
stuff.
ain't gonna be able to hang out with that girl.
You didn't get her number?
No. See, I gave her mine. They got my number.
Okay. Cool.
They'll have to come visit here.
What did she do when she came over anyway?
You can call her dad and arrange a play date.
You missed it.
I did miss it. Where is it? Where's the tape?
You missed it. I removed the stream because of all the
fuck?
vultures, and I fucking did it on purpose.
God damn
That
it,
was,
man.
yeah.
Rusty, did you tape it?
So they couldn't do it.
Damn it.
And her daughter, her father called me, and that's why I deleted the stream.
What did he say?
He didn't ask anything. He just, on the phone?
Is she a little slow?
He pretty much said it in the chat. He missed it.
Oh my God, that would have been gold. What time was this?
Like an hour ago.
Oh, what the fuck?
Gotti, you're a day late and $1 short.
Why
You missed it.
It's dinner time at that time. Why you do stuff during dinner time?
Gotti,
Damn
just,
it, man.
You know, I got the schedule of a house cat. What do you expect?
You know my fucking hours by now.
No, I don't. Usually nobody sees you till fucking 3:30
2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, yes.
You're what? You're
I
central.
know. I always gotta catch you guys at like y'all are vampires, man.
I can't stream 24 hours a day. It's only me.
Well, we're all high on
Yeah.
You know? But I stream for a couple, 3
vampires.
hours. It rocks the whole
Not all of
boat.
us. Not
I've
all
been
of
pretty
us.
busy lately. I got Wiggin and his crew fucking all bent over. Something you couldn't do, Gotti. I accomplished what you tried.
Good work, Billy. Good work. Somebody had to do it.
Yeah. And Logical is even part of that.
What is he part of?
He's on Wiggins' team.
This cunt went to Ireland and she's still talking shit about Trump. Unbelievable.
What are you listening to?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh,
She can't let Trump go.
Is this a new interview or something?
Yeah, she's still losing her mind. What's left of it?
Man, the one movie I ever saw her in that I liked does not make up for any of the other shit she's done afterwards.
Who? Rosie O'Donnell? She's
What,
been in
Rosie
a movie?
O'Donnell.
Madonna?
I don't
She
know
was
if I
in
can
Yeah.
name the movie she's been in.
Boys Don't
She
Cry. or
was
some shit.
in she was in this movie that she everybody knows her from that movie A League of Their Own.
That's the
She
one,
was in
right?
that. Yeah, she was in that. And she actually was in shape. She had a shape then, and it was womanly. And she was in another movie right around that same time that didn't do so well, but strangely enough, I liked her better in that one than the other one. And it was Christina Ricci was also in that movie, and it was called, I think it was called Now and Then. They all played, it was one of those, like, they all knew each other when they were little and they grew up, and now they're all dealing with adult issues kind of thing. But yeah, strangely enough, that's the one I like more than the other one. But Rosie O'Donnell, both of those movies, she's been in movies. Learn something new every day.
What's her name there from Fox News that was doing the interview with him, asked him about calling women fat pigs and all that, and he's only Rosie O'Donnell, he says.
Oh, that was good when he called her a fat slob.
Only Rosie O'Donnell, he said.
I love my president. It's like I'm president. It's fucking fantastic.
I can't wait for Mina to come around. I want to watch her kick fucking Queen T's ass and Tiffany's ass. That is pretty brave of you, Tiffany. You fucking turned me in for copyright just to be ignorant, bitch.
She's a controversial bitch.
Then she has the nerve to ask me for something off of one of my streams against somebody.
That's right. Yeah.
She takes advantage of people's kindness.
Right. JC sits there and enables her. Will Durant, I don't know if you're fucking still buddying up with that fucking Tiffany, but something ain't right.
Angie Fox is here, Billy. You better behave.
Is that really her? I don't think that's her. I'd sit here with my hands together.
Oh, you're being a good boy.
No, it's got Captain Spaulding's name on it. It's an older account. I was hoping Mr. Todd stay longer. I was going to tell him, any rent you see in here, it's me.
Who the fuck is Mr. Todd?
The lady's young lady's father.
Yeah,
dad.
My young lady friend that stopped here, and her dad.
Maybe he's trying to get his daughter married off.
Well, that's not really how he was talking.
No.
Oh, really? Oh, whoops.
That's a little bit of whoopsie going on there.
Billy, you're gonna have to watch that shit.
Gotti, you have a better chance of getting in Mary Bernie's pants.
Oh, Billy, listen, I'm not going to give you that picture of Tammy unless I get to hear that tape.
I deleted it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Nobody's going to see that unless they recorded it.
You made it private. You can give me the link. I can watch it.
No, you can't. I deleted it.
No, you still have it. You didn't delete it. You can undelete it.
No, I deleted it forever. It's gone. It's gone. I deleted it.
Fucking bastard.
Nobody's going to be able to watch her.
You didn't think of me at all, did you?
No, I got to protect her and her dad. Her dad, you know, when he called me and that, I'm obligated to do that. So I removed
Is she special needs?
No, she's a normal person. She's just very young, but she's an adult.
I mean, 18, you should know what you're doing, not to go over some guy's house alone.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of the public. Everybody knows who the fuck I am.
Yep.
I ain't gonna get away with anything. No.
No, you weren't gonna do nothing to her. You're gay anyway, so what were you gonna do?
Yep, a big old homo.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gay.
if it was a boy, I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm gay.
you'd have
I'm
to
gay,
work.
all right.
Shit. Gayer than a $3 bill.
The only thing gay around here is Wiggin and his fucking crew. That fucker claims he doesn't go to other chats. The fucker's been in everybody's chat attack. IP2, oh, he named them all off. This is a rare occurrence. I should play that fucker.
Hayden, you know, have you ever heard people that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones? You calling Wiggins gay, and you're the one camming up eating bananas.
Oh, Billy, she just shit on you on your own pants.
For real, dude.
She wants me to spank her, is why.
No, sir. I don't.
Yeah, ride you
And
like a horse.
if you do some weird, if you say some weird shit to me like that, again,
All right,
I'm
it's a
gonna
family
leave
show.
because I
I'll
don't like
keep
that
it-
shit.
I'll keep it clean.
Just don't talk to me like that.
I'm only kidding. It's just a joke. Lighten
I
up.
don't care. I don't like being joked with like
I mean,
that. Okay.
Oh, geez. After dating Ziggy, you'd think he'd fucking calm down.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Motherfuck.
Billy, we got two women up here I would never fuck with if I were you.
Oh,
I think you know one very well, and Jen, I think you're getting to know. These are two women you should never cross.
Thank you.
Thanks,
As sweet as they can be,
Yeah,
believe me,
exactly.
they'll burn you alive.
Hey, Gotti, are you telling me something I don't know?
Oh, you know Rusty. I don't think you know Jan that well.
Have I been mean to Rusty lately?
No, I think he's been very, very behaved. That I can see. But we'll see what happens.
And then the thing with Siberian Gal Pal.
What? What thing with Siberian Gal Pal? What'd you do to her? She's nice.
Oh,
How'd you piss her off?
I made a clone of Donald Trump. Right? I wanted to call it Mr. President Donald John Trump, but the algorithm won't let you use it. So I whittled it down. So I just said fuck it, and I typed Donald in there. So it's Donald Trump, right? It's just Donald. In my very first post in Vegas chat, she attacked me, wished death on it, and every fucking thing. It was
She's an old crone. She's nasty, dude.
And Gotti's had his beef with her.
Yeah, I never cared for her.
Calling her rat nest and all.
Always. Oh yeah,
so I
yeah.
made a clone. So I made a clone of her. All right, and I cloned her a little bit, and then Rocky come into my chat, and he was asked if I would stop using her picture. So
what a sin!
I kind of trolled Siberian Gal Pal a little bit. I respect her. I don't care.
She's one of Dougie's worms. She's always over there. I blocked her, right? I blocked her because, I don't have time for everybody. I blocked her. She's like, why did you block me? I said, I blocked you because you're using a Siberian Husky as your picture. And as we all know, Melanie also uses that same picture. So I said, I only have room in my life for one Siberian Husky. So you had to go, bitch. So, of course, she didn't like that. So for like 3 years, she's been complaining about it. I said, get over it.
I kind of figured out when it come to light. What was it, yesterday or the day before?
And then she had the mistake of turning on her camera, which I don't know why she ever thought that was wise. Bird's nest. Oh boy, bird's nest.
Jeez.
Well, one of them I called Gotti's Mother Gotti. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that one.
I used her picture and it was Gotti's mother.
Oh, jeez.
I did.
Wait, why are you talking about my mother? What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
What is that all about?
Let me see if I still have it. Let me look. You just hold your horse.
What the fuck you doing? That's so disrespectful, right?
I did.
I never said nothing about your fucking mother except for Orville Redenbacher.
What? Well, wait till you see this. I did. I'm so smart, Gotti. It's pathetic.
How much is that doggy in the window? Ruff, ruff. Tiffany, you were one sick bitch, you know that? The fact that you let your dog fuck you like this is some nasty shit. What did you do? Put peanut butter on your neck? Holy shit.
God.
It's the only way she can get him up there. Is that it? Oh, you used the best picture ever, too. God damn it. Why? What possesses you to do shit like this? You're 65, for God's sake.
63.
Jesus Christ. What a fucking homeo bag.
You missed that one? Oh, I was having fun when I did that. It was just 2-3 days ago for it. It wasn't very long ago.
Jesus. Between you and Wiggin.
Well,
I don't have to be around at all to keep the Gotti name alive.
I just broke my promise.
That's right.
To E2. I promised I wouldn't use her pick, but since you're up here, I gotta.
I don't care. I really don't care.
So what do you got here? Dog humping somebody's leg or something, or what?
Yeah, that's the leg. Yep. That's Tiffany's dog humping her leg. Yeah, the knee. You see the knee there?
The knee bend.
Hey.
It's a fat knee.
Hey, I know who that is, but I'm not going to give it away. Ice Swallow. I know who that is.
I swallow.
Somebody
You
that's
know, I
insulting
swallow.
me.
What, Russ?
I know who that is.
They're insulting me.
Oh, are they? Who are they?
Who's insulting me?
I swallow. I swallow.
I know who that is. You see what name it?
Uh-oh. You're going to get found out.
No, I don't want to give it away who I think it is. I could be wrong, but I can remember a person posting in Mary Bernie. It said, and they had the name was I Swallow Cum.
Ew.
I Swallow Cum. Ice Swallow Cum.
There's somebody named Dick Cheese floating around too.
I'll tell you this: if it's who I think it is, it's a female.
Okay.
Using my pitch there.
Probably Monica.
So somehow
Monica can barely type a frickin' sentence.
I know it. She's slow.
Very slow.
It's
I called her. What did I call her this morning? I called her the human waste disgrace.
She had that nervous breakdown 2 weeks ago, man. I didn't know it was because Donnie yelled at her. She was going hysterically, crying all over the place, like a good hour at least. Vader told me it was because Donnie yelled at her. He said, "What do you do all fucking day? I come home from work, you fucking sitting on the internet all fucking day. You don't even cook me fucking food."
We love you, Siberian gal pal.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace.
She's gonna kill me.
Despite the ceasefire, where details.
Let me take this poor dog off the screen.
I got the giggles. I can't help it.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to go after my peers.
We're here to have fun. We're not here to fight.
She's not the one that's
Exactly.
It tells me what she thinks of Trump. I don't care. She doesn't like. She hates Trump. Hey, Trump's a Yankee, just like me. I'm just not from the city. He's from the city. I'm from way up north. I'm almost fucking Canadian. I'm more Canadian than JC is.
Okay.
JC lied about where she was born. And if she was born in Ogdensburg, it's because they come over here.
She was born in the U.S.
No, she wasn't.
She said she was. Why would she lie?
Okay, if that happened to you, would you get rid of one of the birth certificates, or would you keep both of them?
No, I'd keep both.
I hate to be so practical.
Is it even possible to obtain one when you're like in a fucking straw basket going down the river?
Parents threw her over the falls, huh?
Oh, Niagara Falls.
Fucking Moses in the reed style.
Put her in a barrel, said adios.
Shit.
Oh man. I've been up since like 3 o'clock in the this morning.
Jesus.
Yeah. Don't you remember,
What?
Jan? I think I saw you at 3 o'clock this morning.
No,
we
I
were busy this morning.
got up at 7:30, and I went to the bathroom, to get my day started. And I opened, I'm like, see Zen's live, and I'm like, okay. And I took one glance at the chat, and I'm like, what the hell is going on in here? What is happening right now?
Oh yeah, she went off on him hard. I never seen her so
Fucking
mad.
Ziggy was in there crying about me doing something and like turning Zen against him, and Vader's in there and Rusty's on the panel. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
My
7
question.
o'clock.
She called him a fucking cunt.
My question is this: they keep calling JT cross-eyed. Look at this fucking thing.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Why are her eyes like all dark like that?
I put a spell on you, Gotti.
What? Why?
Actually,
Why are they
it's
black
the
like
lighting.
that?
It's just the lighting.
You think Michael did it?
Actually, JT's. I've seen the dude. His eyes aren't actually so much crossed as they're more like Forrest Whitaker.
Michael
Like
has to
one's
punch her
looking
twice.
straight at you, and the other one's looking like way over there.
The first punch is to shut her up. The second punch is for fun.
I'd be afraid to punch her. Fucking shit splatters. They get all over me.
You might get rabies.
How about it, Queen T? I miss the old days.
You want that
Rusty,
thing coming
you
at
remember when
you?
you had your panel? Remember Queen T was kissing your ass, all buddy up with you and all that. Remember them?
Trying.
Did she leave? I don't know. JC's live.
That's why I stopped streaming because of her. I just didn't want to even fucking deal with it. That was, I stopped paneling because of her.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this noise.
I'm the
Never changed my mind.
Stream, you know, and he says we need more male streamers, and then today he's bitching about the male streamers out here. What a dumb fuck.
I don't like the shit she says to Mena. That stuff is unforgivable.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that fucking fight to unfold.
Why would she even be allowed to say it?
Exactly.
Where is that happening?
Yeah.
Only place that Mina goes.
It's a big mystery.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Let's stay out of that.
Oh, I support me.
She's a fucking horrible human being. Tammy Holt is.
Full of hate.
Absolutely.
No joy comes from her.
She's a PCP casualty. That's the problem. She smoked too much of that germs.
Oh yeah,
She got
definitely.
too much germ. She got too much germ down on the street.
She got hit on the side of the head one too many times for not bringing home enough money from standing on the street corner.
Well, her pimp kept her fucking high all the time. Heroin was big back in the late 70s.
Oh, shit. Right now, Tammy is somewhere crying about Billy Hayden.
Good old Sugar Bones Holt.
Not as much as JC is.
Yeah,
Sugar Bone.
I don't even want to bother. I've been live 3 hours, 6 minutes.
All right. Yeah. I got a stream scheduled for about 40 minutes away.
Oh, you got one too?
Yeah, but it's about Mick Ralph's. Like, nobody will come to it because it's all going to be about Bad Company. So.
Oh, okay.
All that
Music.
old,
I'll be
old
there.
boring shit.
Jen loves Bad Company.
Yeah.
She was with Ziggy for almost a year and a half.
They took the one. They restricted my one stream because I played the wrong Frank Zappa song. They restricted it.
They got you on Zappa, eh?
There's no strike or anything like that.
Yeah.
Said it's no strike. It's no big deal.
So why can Zenny play all the music she wants and we can't play shit?
Oh, what did she play?
She plays a lot of music, like popular music. A lot of it.
Like
She has it coming through. See, the algorithm.
You can pay to do that.
The algorithm doesn't pick up everything. It's a crapshoot. Definitely, it picks up YouTube. That's why we don't play restream YouTube videos with music.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I play like a CD in the background, it might not pick it up?
It might not. You never know, though. You just never know because it's a robot. It's an album. It's a robot, not a person.
No, I've been playing a lot of Frank Zappa's music. I'm into Frank. I've been into Frank Zappa. He's one of the greatest to ever fucking play guitar.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he's no Moon Unit though.
He's got some good music, some riffs, just constant. He's a
Or Dweezil.
The one woman that plays the violin in his orchestra there, Oh, she's good. Wow, she can play violin. I wish I could play violin like that. I don't know the names. I don't memorize everybody's names, Rusty. I could, but I don't.
Of who? What? Of what? What are you talking about?
Names of band members.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, he died, so like it's pretty.
I see that.
But I swallow. Nobody goes to any of my streams because I don't care. The only thing I care about is the fact that I can stream anytime I want about anything I want.
That could be Shan Camp. She's the one that posted
Yeah.
it.
No.
She doesn't talk
No
nasty to
way.
me.
Of course
She would never
not.
insult me.
They're using her phrase because she is one that posted it. I laughed when I seen it and it was her account. I don't think it was a clone of her. Somebody's been cloning Shane Camp though, by the way. It's not me. It's not me. So whatever is going.
The thing is, though, you can't stop me from streaming. That's just the bottom line. You can't stop me from streaming. You can't stop me from making channels of you. You just can't stop me. I'm just unstoppable.
And you can't stop me from letting who I want lit up on my panel.
That's true.
That's why I'm here. It's for all Americans. I don't care who you vote for. It's your right. I just like talking current events, It's important to keep up with current
events. Yeah. I'm not very good with that.
Mike Huckabee is on. I got to go. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, bye.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
out. I'll see you again.
Yeah, I'm going to split out of
See
here.
ya,
too. I
Connie.
gotta go
All right, guys.
Yeah.
And
Same.
Rusty,
I
thanks
gotta
for
get some
coming
stuff
up.
done.
I appreciate it.
Bye. See ya.
See you, Billy. See you,
Bye, guys.
Rusty.
Appreciate it. Dark in here. Whew. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Let me check on Alpesh, see what he's doing. Back in town. No, pretty quiet over there. Might as well go to bed and get up early. Ugh, hungry. Wow. Oh. Oh, Colin. Guess what, Colin? I'm leaving. Thanks for coming. We'll do this again.